Welcome into session 50 of Adventures in Aanthara. How did we get here? I don't know. I thought session 5 was an accomplishment. We're 10 times that now. But as for where we actually are, the party is in the city of Hoffelen. After traveling through the mountains and succeeding in their mission in recovering Hugo, they made their way down out of the range and into the foothills to the city of Hoffelen at the cusp of the Khaing Republic. And upon arriving there, they discovered and did a whole bunch of stuff. They found that Faye's brother Dane is here, stationed. Had some brief conversation with him, which may or may not get picked up sometime again soon. They forged some citizen documentation, which Brightwing now has. By the way, are you guys making a better version of that, or are you just running with what you have?
I already said I did when we were at the library.
Okay, good. I thought so, just making sure.
And I got her real birthday.
Oh, yeah. Made your way through customs successfully. And then with Hugo setting up a potential appointment with Headmaster Quillkeek, you all killed some time in a bathhouse / spa, had a couple conversations, eventually did meet with the headmaster of the Hoffelen University, and had some interesting conversations which brought up some interesting names and put some directions, strategic directions on the party's plate, which they perhaps will need to weigh out. And then the party decided to go shopping, afternoon shopping, which they did, found a nearby magic store, very popular apparently, and while there, Anneka's character, Sam, was approached by the proprietor of the place about potentially a mission of some questionable legality that could earn them quite a lot of credit at the store. And this was a side conversation which was not had with everybody, though she did communicate it mentally with Nas. And that is where we pick up. In the store, the Emporium, what would you all like to do?
I was under the assumption we were already walking back. That our time here was over.
Well, you certainly can be if no one else wants to do anything else in the store. But where's back to?
Oh.
If so.
The end?
I think we were going to get drinks.
Drinks.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Dane wanted us to have dinner with him. Was that what it was? But we never said where.
Yeah, I told him I would message him when we were good, but he said he was off later in the evening.
It was longer story with Sam, drinks with Dane, and did we talked to Rylas already?
You sent a message to Rylas.
Yeah, we already did that part.
Okay. Sam, as we've established, you know a bit of your way around this place, so you would know the Teal Teardrop Tavern and Inn is probably the spot to go to in this area of the city where you are. It's actually quite close to where you are. And then you can contact Dane as you wish if you want, or not, up to you all. But you can be making your way there if you want.
Making our way.
Can we recap real quick above table what we still needed to talk about?
Crime.
Okay.
Crime. Shenanigans. Potential going to the theater. And then whatever Sam wants to say.
And then so was going to Olea with Kovac, having that already set up.
And that's early, right?
That's early.
Yeah.
Smuggling Hugo home with nobody else seeing. And then Rylas later tomorrow afternoon. So we're we're on a bit of a schedule. And then also we talked about the dry car that's in Hockholm,
Yeah.
which
Well, we were wanting to see what Rylus thought about that before we talked to them, but Rylus isn't coming here. He's coming to Leah.
I think we all kind of agreed on a soft rain check for that, but that was also when we started to realize Sam didn't know a whole lot about what we're doing.
Mhm.
Yes.
So that's kind of the pressing one is, I would say Sam at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Faye, do you want to reach out to your brother right now, or do you want to save that?
What time is it?
It is
Time for
6:12.
I'm
almost
for
sunset.
drinks.
Yeah. We can wait a little bit. We can have some time.
Okay. And the ferry proprietor, Sean Way, who spoke to you, Sam, mentioned that you could come back after closing, which would be into the night, for more details if you guys decide to follow through on that. Okay. So you guys follow Sam to the Teardrop Tavern and Inn. In this same kind of more upscale area of Hockholm, pretty near the Emporium where you had been shopping. And on arriving, you see it is quite a warm atmosphere kind of place that sort of fits in pretty well with the university library theme of this area of the city. You see a bunch of couches, recliners, nooks and booths with lamplight, and a ton of bookcases filled with what seem like an incredibly random smattering of books and a bunch of small plaques that say take a book, leave a book. And on arriving, you are, after she's done bustling across a couple other tables, spots you see a older looking half-elf woman, long silver hair that goes all the way down to her ankles with a single teal feather behind her ear, blue eyes, sort of very graceful dress that kind of looks somewhere between like a barmaid and a librarian, pair of glasses on her nose. And she looks over to you.
Is there something I can get you a table, perhaps?
That would be great.
Oh, absolutely. Right over there, probably, is your best one.
She points to a corner booth that looks like it would fit all of you.
Is it one of those circle ones where when someone has to pee, everyone else has to get up?
Yes.
Yeah,
It is exactly
nice.
that. If someone in the middle has to pee, everyone else is getting up. And as you all slide in,
Is there anything I can get you to start? Drinks, perhaps?
Would the house
Something-
recommend?
It depends on what you're into. We have quite a good selection of wine. We have a lovely rosé, if you're interested in that sort of thing. Whiskies.
Rosé?
A
A
rosé.
bit too on the nose, isn't it?
Never.
I'll also have a rosé.
Something stronger. Your choice.
Stonewall whiskey, then, for you, likely. Very popular among the soldiers in the outer district.
and for you two, anything?
Just water. I'm good.
I have water as well.
And you, sir. And she looks at Hugo.
I'll take one of those Stonewall whiskeys as well. Thank you.
Make it a double.
Of course, sir.
She flits off.
I'm waiting for that drink. For I say shit.
Okay. Everybody just does the twiddle thumb
Yep.
look around a little bit awkwardly for about 2 minutes. She
Eat the
comes back.
peanuts.
Hands 2 tumblers, one to you, Sam, and one to Hugo, which is a double of a whiskey, which you immediately, on it being set down in front of you, get the smell of extremely peaty. I don't know how much you know whiskey. Very smoky. Very smoky. Like, almost like there was a fireplace in the whiskey at some point. And there's a small, like, charcuterie board almost sort of thing with a piece of black bread and some cheese. Like a hard rind on it that she hands between the two of you. And then 2 of the rosés in this very elegant glass, and there is a garnish in them of the what looks like small edible white flower petals. A bit of a house special, and for you, and hands the waters. Let me know if you need anything else.
Thank you.
Let's wait.
Pinky up.
I will
The
take it.
rosé is very light and very delicate in its flavor. The whiskey is the complete opposite. Very robust, very peaty, very smoky. It's like a whole... It fills your nose almost as much as your taste buds with this aroma. Hugo takes like a large gulp, puts it down. I've needed that for a bit.
Why didn't you speak up? We've all got probably got something in a few different pockets.
Well, we were out in the wilderness and there was potential danger afoot. I didn't know if it was the right time. This seems like a bit more of a safe environment for such things, and I'm not one to turn down a good stiff drink after 2 weeks in the mountains.
Is everyone looking at me at this point?
Specifically avoiding looking at you.
Yeah, so is Hugo.
Thank you.
We've definitely had better conversations over drinks.
So, I'm going to say this once. I'm not going to repeat myself. And if any of you repeat this to anyone else, I will find out, and I will make sure it does not happen again. Okay? I turn to Hugo.
Okay.
How aware are you of the Rourke family line?
I know Raymond and Clara. I know of them, I should say. I'm not familiar with them. They both worked their way up into the upper stratosphere of Khaing politics some time ago. Rather meteoric rises for both of them, and seemed to find some sort of kinship or alliance in that, I believe, and were married, and have since more or less controlled, or at least shifted in the way that they see fit, much of Khaing politics. Obviously, with the way things are structured, there's no way to control everything, but there are not many more powerful, and the two of them together have quite a say. Other than that, I don't know much. They have a few children. I believe they live in Ilmara.
3 sons, 5 grandkids. I'm the mother of 2 of those grandkids. And 2 months ago, their stupid fucking father took off with them. Not a word. It wasn't a kidnapping. They took personal belongings. Left. And I've been looking for them for 2 months. The last lead I had were those fucking assassins. Considering Claire and Work have never liked me, and the fact that they have hired those assassins in the past, there's no doubt in my mind that they did something to do this. Because their father was not an irrational person. He put the well-being of me and his kids before the opinions of his parents. That is why I'm here after those two.
Brightwing doesn't look surprised at all with her saying it. In fact, she gives you a nod of reassurance of like,
Do you... I'm sorry if... I don't know if questions are on the table here. Was this a sort of drop and leave it thing?
I'm not privy to questions, but you can ask them.
Do your in-laws, I suppose, have some deeper purpose behind this, if you can imagine, or...
I mean, they never really approved of me as their mom. Always wanted control of them. For what reason, I don't know. They leave their other 3 grandkids alone.
Hugo sort of leans back, takes a sip. I'm sorry for your difficulty.
Now, if you know anything that I have not been made aware of, it would be excellent if you could put it out there. From one parent to another, I'm sure you know how much I need this.
That much I certainly understand, yes. I wish that I had more on them personally. I know some of their political dealings. They are expected to be, or assumed to be, the figureheads, the not public figureheads behind the Luminaries political movement. The public face is Selena Varley. Not sure if you're familiar with her.
Am I familiar with her?
Roll a history check.
Ha! Bad roll. It was a natural 4 plus 7 or
11?
Yeah.
With an 11, you would know, you would have heard that name. She's a politician in the Khaing Parliament. And you would know she is somewhat connected to the political movement that is heavily indexed towards magical freedoms and deregulations, but not much beyond that. Human woman.
And certainly I know they are not figures to be crossed. They have, I would assume, eyes, arms, fists in nearly every city of any import. Might I ask what your children's names are?
Elisa and Basil.
And how old are they?
4 and 3.
You, because you've largely been watching him throughout this conversation, see his hands on the glass, and it seems to tighten just a little bit, and you see just like a 1/4 inch of claw, like, extend from each one almost subconsciously. And then he flexes his hand.
Hearing some things that we had learned early on, Selena Varley was one name that had come up of somebody that could be responsible for the attempted actions against the higher political figures. So I feel I have to ask the question, you're capable of magic.
The thought has crossed my mind. Hope it's not true, but I wouldn't put it past them.
So your children can use magic.
Not that I know of.
Well, I guess that's one point in for the side of it not being involved with all of this other stuff, hopefully.
But you know, genetics. I have a uncanny connection with Arca. I don't doubt it didn't get passed on.
How old are your kids again?
3 and 4.
Might be
Barely
too
old
early.
enough. Yeah, barely old enough to speak.
And it was from Leah, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have even the slightest inkling of which way they would have gone when they left?
No. It
They,
would.
they looked like you.
Mhm.
Matt,
Yes?
do I recall any children?
You
Ever?
have seen many children,
Children
in your day,
ever.
Nas. What are you asking? Now?
I have advantage on remembering stuff like this. I'm
Do I
wondering
recall
if
children?
there were any
Recall
children
children.
potentially, because if it was a few months ago, and you can correct me if I'm completely off of my timelines. I know what time of day it is, but I don't know what day it is. Would this be the same time we were in Tristane? Approximately? So like if the kids had been going towards Tristane, is it possible if we would pass them on the road and somebody that kind of looks like Sam might have been a thing?
Brightwing and
It would have been with a
Brightwing and
tall
Brightwing
man
and-
with blonde
yeah.
hair, and the kids would have had blonde hair and black hair.
Because I was also there for some time before that.
Oof.
Sam, do you have offhand exactly how long ago this happened? I believe it was a few months.
It was 2 months, I believe we agreed on.
2 months.
So if it was 2 months, I think then we would have been north already.
That is correct.
Okay.
How long have we known each other?
About 2 months.
Oh yeah, a little over 2 months.
Well,
Brightwing and I have known each other a little over 2 months?
You've known longer than that.
Okay. We've all known each other a little over 2 months.
Correct.
Okay. So we would have been north.
Forget that I met you guys like 3 days after you all met each other.
Yeah, it was like several sessions, but...
Want to go kill a Kruthic?
Or just lie there unconscious.
Okay. I retract my question. I don't believe it would apply to this.
I don't recall children.
You do not recall children.
Were you and the father, you were together?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a chance that... I know you said that their items were packed up neatly and it appears as if they left of their own volition, but is there a chance that the Rorks had some kind of blackmail against their son that would have caused him to do something like that? I'm not implying that he is so... I don't know this person. I'm not implying that he is so easily influenced, but is there anything that could have forced him to do that?
I don't know. Unless they threatened me or them. I don't think so.
Have you checked the Elmara at all?
That's where they live.
Right.
I
but
don't think they want me in the city.
I'm just wondering if he took them home.
We'll see.
Like,
Were you part of
No.
the web before or after this happened?
Long before.
Do you think that might have had anything to do with it?
They're not above using the web for their own means.
Well,
It's
no,
a
I'm just
symbiotic
asking the
relationship.
question.
I don't think so. At least not a true meaning for it. Maybe it's because I'm from an enemy nation. I don't know.
a perceived enemy nation. Hopefully that will be cleared up very shortly.
Maybe.
Technically, we are in an accord with them,
I mean,
as tenuous as that may be.
till one of them gets their ass in the seat of the Chancellor.
I was able to contact Hugo without having met him. With enough of a description from Eclipse. Would you like me to reach out to one of them and see if I would at least be able to tell, even if they don't have the knowledge or the wherewithal to respond, I would be able to tell if the spell connected.
I mean, it's worth a try.
If anything, to provide you some peace of mind.
Does anyone have some parchment?
Mhm.
I will.
Very expensive parchment, actually.
I will try
Hugo
to.
will pull out some not so expensive.
Okay.
parchment so you
Okay.
don't have to use that.
I'll try to sketch out Elisa for her.
Okay.
Your
So-
3-year-old?
Hmm?
Is that your 4-year-old?
See how well this works.
I
It's
know,
a
I'm so
baby.
excited for us to talk to the child, the 4-year-old.
I'm going to have you roll a d20.
Natural 18.
Okay. And then I will have... you're giving this to Faye or
Oh,
Brightman?
Faye.
Okay. Faye, I will have you roll... We'll make it a charisma check.
Guidance?
Sure.
Yes, you can do that.
I should have guidanced you, Anneka.
It's right, I got a natural 18.
I got a natural 18 too.
Wow.
And a 2, so a 25.
Okay. Also,
Twins.
there is art of your daughter. You could.
There is! I was send it because she's so cute! Where did I put it?
I wanna see, I wanna see, I wanna see.
I want to give it copy paste. Doesn't want to. Let's see.
Where are you putting it?
In the chat.
In the chat.
VC chat.
She's so cute!
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say, Faye?
Well, hold on. Yeah, okay. Hi, Elisa. My name is Faye. I'm a friend of your mama. She wants you to know that she loves you. Where are you now?
That's really good. That's impressive.
I typed it.
Okay. A moment goes by, and then 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and you're at the point of thinking you felt it connect, but there's no reply. And then you hear
Papa, there's a lady in my head. No, it doesn't sound like Mama.
and that's it.
There's a lady in my head.
There's a lady in my head.
Oh, because you have mind link. That's probably why he thought it was you.
He asked her if she thought it was you. She said, no, it doesn't sound like Mama. But I can't hear him. I don't know the tone with which he asked, if it was out of concern for you or concern for the fact that you were the one messaging. But she's okay.
Yeah.
This does not have to be our only message. We could keep trying later. I went Scottish? What the hell?
The streams are crossing.
The first couple sentences of Brightwing have Thyra and vice versa.
Yeah.
It's worth mentioning if he asked that so far, at least you're at the forefront of his thoughts.
Mhm.
Whether good or bad. After 2 months, that says something.
Mhm. Mhm. They weren't taken. Or at least not violently. And he didn't go chasing after them.
But you don't seem angry at him.
No, I'm furious with him. There's
Well-
no excuse for just taking my kids. There's no excuse.
What is his name?
Reed. R-E-I-D. Not E-E-I-E. E-I, rather.
Or E-I-E-D.
Ay.
I guess I felt that the focus was more to his parents,
Mhm.
but
We could message him and ask why.
He's smart enough not to reply if he doesn't have to.
Well, that would be enough of it. If he does respond, then perhaps he could
Can
offer
keep
insight.
that
If he
chance.
doesn't respond, then that says just as much.
Then I'll take my paper back and sketch Reed in his stupid little face.
Okay. Roll another d20.
It's worse. That's a lot worse. That's a 6.
Total?
You didn't give me a multiplier.
Oh, yeah,
you didn't give
true.
me anything to add. It's a 6.
Okay, Faye, roll a charisma check with disadvantage.
You got this.
2 nat 20s.
It's a 14.
Total?
That.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure Brightwing would have still guidance. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, she
Where
wasn't
is
here.
She's not
Brightwing?
here.
Would you
Guidance.
allow?
Guidance.
Since she did it for the first one, I will allow for this one.
Okay, so that's a 4.
Oh my
Hmm.
god!
That brings it to an 18.
The DC was 18.
Damn!
Good gracious.
Thank you, Jess.
From the grave.
Sam's just
Okay.
like angrily drawing this one, so it's a little harder to make out.
Mhm.
There's some
The
ink
first
blots.
one was like loving, caring,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like,
expressive. This one is fuck you, you bitch, and the horse you rode in on.
Yep.
fuck you and your parents.
Okay. You can draw
One of the eyes
Reed's
is
art
just scratched out.
in the
I
chat if
Some
you want.
horns in there.
Faye, what do you say?
He's just a demon.
Sorry, guidance.
I got you.
Did you hear all of that?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
my parents are watching a movie downstairs, so I didn't want to pick it up on the mic.
Gotcha.
Round glasses.
Why does he look like Ewan McGregor?
Right. He kind of does.
A little bit.
It's him from Birds of Prey, so he's extra bitch.
And his name's an alliteration.
Gross.
Reed. Sam deserves to know where her children are. Either you tell me, or we will come find you, and you will not like the outcome.
Roll. This is interesting. It isn't. Okay, I'm just gonna say roll an intimidation check.
Mhm.
What's your Arcana bonus?
5.
Ooh. Okay.
How creepy do you sound over this call?
Yes.
How magically creepy are you?
Intimidation. 23.
Okay.
I'll also combine with the fact that the lady voice just talked to the 4-year-old. Now that lady voice going to talk to this man. Big problem. Should be very high.
Come on, coward.
He's a big guy. He's not afraid of much. So it'll be impressive.
Brains over brawn.
I don't know who you are. But this business is not yours. Don't speak to my daughter.
That's it. Roll an insight check. With disadvantage.
Didn't say anything about the sun.
Wait, is Basil a boy?
Hashtag
guessing.
loophole.
Lipple, talk to the even younger baby.
It's a natural one.
Basil, punch Daddy in the nuts for me.
Please.
And
I will
Papa's
give you an
career.
enchanted magical item.
Faye just becomes the kid's imaginary friend.
That's
I'm
Introduce
immediately
yourself as
making that
Bing
my
Bong.
next character. Damn it, guys! How'd you find out my next character? That's so rude.
Mm.
It's a total of 5. If that.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
cannot tell what was behind his words at all, or his tone. At the very least, you can tell he was not trembling or anything like that. But beyond that, you can't tell whether he was angry, afraid, concerned. It's difficult to suss out anything more.
Mm. Well, he told me to mind my own business and to leave Elisa alone. But a response is something, even if it's just to say "fuck off."
yeah.
Out of character, does sending, both giving and receiving, have to be said out loud?
Yes, we determined that earlier. It can be a whisper, but you have to
It just says you send a message.
Oh, but we discussed this earlier, the campaign.
We did.
Yeah.
It's not telepathic speaking.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
So,
Message is without words. The spell message, you point at somebody and only they can hear you.
No, you still have to whisper it.
But in the spell itself, it says only the target can hear you. It doesn't say that for sending.
It does. It says the target hears the message in its mind.
But it doesn't say only the target hears the message. So it doesn't say, for like everybody around you, it's still vocal.
Mm.
so then I guess in character, because I've seen you do this a few times now. What are the chances he's with them and said it like that to protect them?
Or if it wasn't the father that asked if it was Mama.
Exactly. Without being able to hear the rest of it, it's a little debatable to know who's with them right now. And if they are the kind of people that we've been explaining them to be, and they have an ulterior motive for a child that can use magic.
Do we know anyone, Hugo, do you know anyone with divination magic who would be able to scribe on them?
There are casters throughout the academy. Back in Olea, who certainly could.
Perhaps
I'm
we
sure
could get a
there are many
lead.
here as well. I just don't know them by name.
Yeah. It's a hard favor to pull.
It's typically very invasive, too. You have to have a very good reason to do something like that.
That is correct. Even if I have a connection, they're not just going to scry on someone without just cause.
And this
Not-
isn't just cause.
Not that finding children is not a just cause, but it could also go the other way in their opinion.
Being a
We would
civil-
have to convince them that this is not out of malice.
Correct.
I'm willing to
Like-
give it a shot, but that is something to be realistic about.
It was just a thought.
Yes.
If
That I am very behind. We just need to find the right way to explain it. But
Yeah.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
What was
I
that?
guess for the four of us, Right Wing, Faye, myself, Eclipse. What is our goal now? We need to talk to Rylus, then what? What is our plan? Because Sam, I guess to put all cards on the table, we've kind of been in the reuniting families business for a little while now, and this isn't something entirely out of the purview of the Twilight Heralds.
Oh god, is that our thing now? Is
I
that what
guess.
we're gonna
Yeah.
do for the rest of our lives?
You have done it a couple times.
Shit,
But
that's our thing now.
you helped us quite extensively. I don't think this would be out of the norm for us to try to help as well, because it sounds like there could be a few... Yes?
You're muted, but
You're muted.
she's saying 5 times.
Wait, 5 times. We reunited people 5
5
times.
Oh my god.
This was the recent one.
If it fits into our busy, unknown agenda, then
So busy. Sipping wine.
Man, we're up to our ears and stuff to do. It's crazy.
I guess is Ilmara a place that we want to go?
We have a place to stay.
And I think the follow-up question is, what then? Find your kids. What's your plan?
I don't know.
Just to be clear, do you believe that your in-laws have some vested interest in keeping them away from you?
Most likely.
He kind of nods slightly towards you and then looks at the rest of you.
I had this conversation with Eclipse already. Be very careful crossing the Rorks.
Not dead yet.
I think he means more us. We did something pretty big. If that doesn't piss people off, this probably will. But as a kid with a parent taken, I'm not fucking down for that.
As I said before, Sam, in our conversations, I very much want to help you in this endeavor. A mother should not be without her child.
Nor a child without a mother.
So, you said there's 3 others that they're not even associating with? It's just
No,
your
they.
kids?
At least not that I know of. My nieces. They're fine. They've never had conflict with their mom, with wanting control over them. They've just been living a happy little life.
Is your son the only boy?
Mm-hmm.
Is your husband magically inclined?
No.
Are your in-laws?
Not that they've ever publicly displayed, no.
Because now I see that they possibly vying to get their own in some way.
And
Distributing
are
magic.
your, his brothers
Hmm?
magically inclined?
No. Very mundane family. Powerful, but no magic going for them.
That unsettles me. Your children taken from Yoru, being the only magically inclined, and other children taken who are magically inclined. Even if there is no connection besides that it still scares me to think that way. And I'm sorry to put that fear into you.
Yeah. Since you guys mentioned it the first time, it's been in my head.
And they weren't in the papers. You checked.
Maybe not in those ones, but probably in some agenda somewhere.
That's how the VIPs who came willingly and didn't need to be taken.
So, if they're not, that you know of, but the other kids that are, given their connections and given what we believe, do you think they'd try to give them magic?
I hope not. I don't want them fucking touching them.
Of course not, and I'll rip their arms off. But if they have willing, not even willing, they're too young for that, but they are right before-ish that you would find that out, if I'm not mistaken.
For my people, it shows around 4 to 6.
So,
I was later, but I think my early childhood had a bit of a stunt in that process.
I mean, it definitely varies.
Yeah.
I think the first start of it is at a very young age, but if you're gifted with something else beyond that point when you're older, that's just a segue into something crazier.
I think my first outburst was when I was 6, so maybe unless they're savants, I have no clue.
Well, maybe because there is already magic in their blood because of you.
Untapped.
How we haven't confirmed though, like they've been studying children at this point. We don't know if they have the ability to infuse anyone with magic quite yet. That's
what I'm wondering. If they might be targeting
trials are.
Yeah.
Possibly. I guess, Sam, I ask because we have things going on, and I'm curious with your children. I'm siding with Brightwing. I have no problem trying to help. I wonder, from your perspective of when you find them, and the courses after, is this a favor for a favor? Or are you looking to get tangled up in more of what we are doing specifically?
I've been thinking about that. After all of this, what we just did with Up in the Mountains, maybe it's a reason why I'm slowly becoming less upset with, not Reed right now, but what he's said in the past about me not being in control of myself. And I become a different person sometimes. And it makes him uncomfortable and scared for the kids. Which I thought was bullshit at the time. When I get them back, will I be fit to even continue to care for them? Like, I don't know anymore. And that's what scares me. And I think when I do find them, I need a way to fix whatever the fuck is going on in here before I can fully go home. And I don't know if that comes with being with you all or finding another way, even though I feel like I've chased this down to every dead end on the continent.
When did that start?
For as long as I can remember.
How many times have you blacked out? And does it happen the same way every time?
When I was younger, it was a lot more kicking and biting at people who tried to hold me down. And the first started when I was like 6. I woke up, my father's arm was bleeding because I bit him when he was trying to contain it, but sometimes it happens without reason. Sometimes it's triggered by stress, grief. The great thing about blacking out is that I can't remember how many times it's happened.
But is it consistent?
I thought it was gone for a while. When everything settled down and everything was good. I mean... But there's still moments when I slip and lashed out. So I don't think it's out of the picture in the slightest.
Well, then there's the plan. Spend the trip and figure it out before the plan goes.
I will help as any way I can. And if we still can't find a way, I'm sure my mentor would have some inkling of what to do. Something in the old tones back in the Makai.
Unless you have any people with psychic crazy abilities.
Well,
maybe.
no, but there is, a affliction my people can get that is hard to overcome. When a Khaing dies, both souls leave their body. So resurrection magic is hard, because it only calls back one.
Oh. Is it a 50-50 split as to which one you get?
No, you are reunited with yourself, but you are only half of who you were.
Well,
to overcome that pain is not easy. It's very rare that we bring people back, but on the occasion we do. To be your whole self is a very hard endeavor to be. So it might not be the same as yours, but it is something we deal with. There might be something.
Maybe. I down the rest of my drink.
Me too.
Could also have Remy take a look. It's
we
not gonna
went to
answer
every-
everything, but
And
If all of these people can find something new, it'd be a miracle.
I think there's more to it than just the children then. And you've already seen most of us naked,
Mm-hmm.
so
That's fair.
Hugo's
want to-
eyebrows just like
yeah, I roll my eyes.
Yo, what the fuck are they doing?
I
This is
honestly
true.
haven't
he just
seen...
goes like, oh.
Well, we did just go to a bathhouse, so I don't think it's gonna be that
we did,
shocking
yeah.
for him.
The
I mean,
bathhouse,
technically-
yeah, that's where it all
The
happened.
bathhouse.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Bathhouse,
Yeah.
definitely the bathhouse. Technically, she hasn't seen you naked because you can be a different type of naked, whatever you like.
I was true form naked in
was
that waterfall,
full
yo.
I mean,
yeah,
that's-
that was all
Whoa.
Nas.
Tattoos and all. It was
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
to
yeah.
avert her eyes.
What do you say? Do you want to be a herald?
That might be too far, but sure,
It's not that cheesy, but okay.
Right.
we'll see.
Do we get her an emblem too? Like we did
No,
her?
she said she
She
didn't
said
want it.
no.
Oh,
said
that's
no.
right. I'm sorry.
Unless I can get dual membership with the web, then we'll see.
Well, we're not exclusive. If anything, the web would keep you from joining anybody else.
That's what I'm saying.
Besides, having somebody that's part of the web and also be part of the heralds, I think could be potentially useful.
Hmm.
So unless
That
they
being-
have a guideline that says that you can't join another organization, I think you're in. And I don't think you have sex.
Or if anything, you are our friend.
We did spend like almost a month traveling together already, so it's fair.
To be fully in, though, you have to beat Eclipse in arm wrestling.
And then I don't think it's happening.
What does that make me?
Well, you haven't tried, have you?
I have not.
Clearing out some space on the bar,
Good try.
moving things.
Sam,
Yeah, what's up?
roll a wisdom check.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay. Wisdom? Check. Check. What's up? 10?
10?
10?
Goodness gracious.
I was a minus
Leah.
1?
Roll a d4.
Oh,
What? What?
Did you
Making
just guidance?
I didn't
Invert
guidance anybody.
guidance?
A 3, Matt.
Did you be mean?
I don't know what that
Sam, this little bird girl is strange, for sure. But you've gotten a decent picture of her over the past week plus. And there is a level of honesty and innocence that is not something you come across often in your line of work or life, except from your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And when she says you are our friend, it lands with you in a way that seems to like melt a chink in something, and you regain 3 points.
The power of friendship.
Friendship! Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm only cracked. It's amazing.
Alright, Faye Eclipse, let's go.
No, what? Right? Okay.
Don't break my arm like Edwin did.
What? What a bitch.
Okay, it wasn't that bad, but it was
Okay.
bad. He didn't. He let me win. It was rude. Don't let me win.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It was thoroughly disrespectful.
I'm going to put my invisible mage hand behind Faye's hand
Oh, this
to
is-
help her push it forward.
Oh,
cast-
This is
shit.
perfect.
I was gonna cast guidance on Faye.
Guys, I'm perfectly
Oh.
capable of failing this by myself. You do not have to
Yeah.
help her. That's-
She just looks like she needs a little nudge. Don't do that.
Okay.
Spaghetti noodles.
I actually can't remember. Did I have you guys roll athletics or strength for this the first few times?
It was athletics.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I have a
Okay.
modifier.
Roll athletics checks. Faye, you have a D4, and I will say a +1 from the mage hand. An additional
You feel an
+1.
Yeah,
ethereal
that
caress
works.
along the back of your hand from the mage hand.
A caress.
A
Perfectly
caress.
capable of fucking.
Did she fucking fail?
I'm assuming you're not raging for this eclipse.
No.
Or unleashing. And
I would like to unleash.
yeah.
So with athletics
Uh-huh.
and the +1 and the D4, it's a total of 5.
Oh! How?
I rolled a 2 and a 1 on the
Oh.
D4.
Oh no.
Girly pop.
Eclipse?
What the fuck?
24.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Okay.
Well.
No, it's incredibly controlled.
Well.
That's the difference.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't let me win. Okay.
Yeah.
The machine.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
is generally a multi-round aspect to this. If you just beat someone by 15 plus, it is over in a second.
Mhm.
So Eclipse just says, "All right, I won't," and poof, immediate, no resistance. Damn.
I didn't know we were ready.
I'm gonna go again.
I mean, maybe
try.
my left hand.
Okay.
Maybe left-handed. Okay.
Go again.
Okay.
Hey, Matt. How long does it take to unattune to an item?
Roughly a short rest.
Which it's an hour now. Because we're not in nature.
That's correct.
Can I unattune to an item?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Over this dinner, you mean?
Yeah.
Dinner.
Okay.
It's been
I haven't even
wine.
called
Drinks.
Dane yet.
Mm.
We're pre-gaming.
All right.
Okay, is there a new roll going on?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Left-handed.
Are you recasting guidance, Brightwing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is the mage hand still there,
Mm-hmm.
Sam? Okay, you
Mhm.
still have your same bonuses.
Go ahead.
19.
18.
Ooh. Okay. So this one, it initially starts with Eclipse just immediately pushing again, but then there's a hold, and Faye grits and pushes it back right about just the center, maybe a hair past. Roll again.
Oh.
It is the other hand, so it does make a lot more sense.
Your shield hand.
This one's without guidance because I'm sure Brightwing's not going guidance. Please don't do that.
No. You're good. Go for it. You got this.
13.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Eclipse then stops the return and pushes you back down to like half away to your loss. Roll again.
I don't think you can get that low. 8.
8.
18.
18.
19.
19. Yeah. After bringing it back down, and then the last push, and poof, back into the table again.
I'm useful in other ways.
Yeah, that's not what this is. He psychologically cheated, and I pointed at Yosef.
I mean, you can't expect me to fight fair.
Well, of course not. I'm just saying he psychologically cheated. That's where we're at now.
There was a long period of years where I would win these. I feel like I should have another shot.
We look
Okay.
at the eclipse.
Like 8 of them?
Down
Like 8 of
the last bit of his whiskey.
Let's go.
Sets up.
Okay.
Hugo.
Hugo. Go. Hugo.
Hugo.
Hugo. Oh my god.
Check
So
Hugo.
now I roll bad.
Hugo. Hugo.
Now I roll bad.
Humble your daughter. Let's fucking go.
What'd you roll?
11. Like I said, I am perfectly capable of failing them on my own.
Unbelievable. Okay. 11?
11.
Okay. He downs this whiskey, slams it down, takes your hand, and you feel like... I mean, you know your dad. He's never been an athlete by any means, but he's, like, sturdy. He's sturdily built. You didn't just get it out of nowhere.
Nope.
Though much smaller than you overall. But when he comes out of the gate, he comes out hot. And it was probably like a depth of your lack of expectation for it, really more than anything. But he gets you down to a couple inches above the table with this first push.
Wow.
Dad strength.
Eyes you right in the eyes. There's a slight grin. Roll again. Still not bad.
18.
15. Okay. You push him back. You hold there and push him back up. Not quite to the halfway point, but close.
Okay.
Again. Ooh, it's getting worse every time. 9!
Dirty 20.
Okay. You all watched this happen, and there was probably like a gasp from a number of people as out of the gate, Hugo pushed Eclipse to the brink, and then Eclipse just like held there for a second, and then slowly all the way back, constant motion, and almost all the way down to the end. One more roll. Let's see if you can pull something off here. Oh my gosh, what the heck?
13.
Natural one.
Oh!
The whole scale.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
All stages.
All right.
Organization at the start. He didn't pace
Trembles
himself.
there at the edge before, boom, you slam him down. And after now several times in a row, this is a pretty impressive run from Eclipse. You all have to give her props.
Casting sending. Dane, come defend my honor.
Oh shit!
We're at the teal teardrop.
Are you doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an arm wrestling match.
Okay. I was gonna ask whether it was a joking tone, but that covers it as well.
I don't have to
Fair
do
enough. I'll be there in a few.
I look at Nas. I don't have to do this, do I?
Why wouldn't you want to do this?
You could take me. Come on.
She just points to her arm.
You two done this before? I'm pretty sure you've done this before.
Have we done this before?
I've never.
I feel like you've definitely done this with each other before, because we did this and
No,
We could
Brightwing
thumb
has
wrestle.
never been a
Let's
part of
thumb
the.
wrestle.
I think
I mean-
everybody else in the party has
It's a
done it
small
except
version.
Brightwing.
Brightwing's never arm
That's,
wrestled with anybody.
not with each other.
She's like this
No.
tall
Mhm.
and this heavy.
I could have swore Faye and Brightwing did this because it was
No,
like
Because the
Pitiful.
big one when everyone was doing
No,
it,
it's
she was
just
sitting
even
next to
ground.
Arya Nu, and all y'all were doing it like everyone against each other, and Arya Nu and her was just speaking in like the most like wisdom way about the whole thing.
Sam, you wanna go?
Me.
What is thumb wrestling?
I'll explain the rules of thumb wrestling to
I
Brightwing.
put my
She
arm
was
out
like,
to
1,
Eclipse
2,
after their
3,
thumb wrestle.
4. I declare the thumb war.
Okay.
And then the goal is to dance around each other and pin the other's thumb underneath yours.
That's a dex check.
It is, yes.
Mhm.
It's a sleight of hand check, in fact. Okay. These are both going on at once?
Probably.
All right.
We're in the
Eclipse
corner
and-
like.
Eclipse and Sam roll athletics. Brightwing and Faye roll sleight of hand.
I technically have a plus, and I'm using my mage hand to help me.
Okay, you get another
As-
+1 from that.
As they're all doing this, I'm going to slip the Arclight primer to Hugo.
Okay.
And
Like
with a
hand it to
very
him under the table?
under the table,
Or like, okay.
and then with a very subtle, kind of like lean over whisper. You wanted to know what it was like for magic? Give it a read. Page 37 might interest you.
looks down at it. All right. Nods, slips it into his robe. Is page 37 fine familiar? Or are you just throwing out
that
numbers?
has components, and I'm not about to throw gold at this. It's
Okay.
chromatic orb.
Okay. All right, what'd you guys roll?
Oh no, memento.
Oh,
Which one of
fuck,
us?
you rolled a Uno.
One moment, please. Oh! Okay. I'm good.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 19.
Oh?
25.
Damn.
Oh! Good gracious. Okay.
Thanks, Sam.
Brightwing, you somehow catch on to this concept quite quickly, and you spend a good amount of time dancing away, but you're also mostly going for Faye's thumb consistently because you don't understand the strategy here. Faye understands the strategy. She waits for you to go in at one point, and while your thumb is down, wraps up on top, captures it, and wins.
Ow.
Ow. Kiss it.
Eclipse and Sam, what'd you roll?
I rolled a dirty 20.
25.
Oh my gosh! Eclipse is on one tonight. Okay, halfway down, you feel a surprising amount of strength coming from this woman, but angle it down to 45 degrees. Next round.
Five!
Oh gosh.
18.
Total?
18?
Oh, that's not good, Chief.
Okay. Eclipse once again. It's a little slower in the beginning, but then there's this halfway point where there's a slight hold from Sam, and then she just slams it with a final burst of strength. Another win.
Is this bar busy?
We got to make money on this.
Has anyone
It's-
been paying attention to what we're doing and saying?
No
this whole
one's
time?
paying attention.
Okay.
It is a
Oh, boy.
very compartmentalized sort of place, and the people who are here are very like, they're not the rough and tumble get into anything with anybody else kind of people. You see a lot of students, some people who look like they might be professors, people
Oh,
who
this
are
is
like,
not the crowd. Okay.
No,
No.
this is not.
this is the
We need to
Oxford
go- Yeah,
nerd
we need to go
group.
to the frat boy house.
Yeah.
Not the nerd cafe.
Mm-hmm.
This is the bar from what is it, Goodwill Hunting or one of those?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have anything specific they want to do before Dane gets here? Because it'll take him a little time. Okay.
Another round.
Okay, another round.
Another
Another.
Brings another round.
crash.
Now
About
people are paying attention.
about
was a joke.
20
Mending.
20 to 25 minutes later, Faye, you see him first. You see Dane come into the bar, armor all off, down to civvies, if you will.
Shivvies.
Looked around for a bit.
Skivvies.
catches- Not skivvies. Nope, that's very different.
Imagine.
Nope.
Jeez. It's a bit much.
Sees you all in the back, heads over. I will say that given the amount of people, the booth area is filled. So as he walks up, he, do you mind? Looks at a nearby table with an empty chair. They shake their head. He grabs it, brings it, slides it over, and sits down to the edge of your table. So you ordered a few in.
Just two.
Right, I got some catching up to do then.
Finger up.
I'll take. Let's make it a double. Stonewall. Thanks.
She nods, leaves, comes back with the whiskey. He downs the whole thing in one gulp. Sets it back down.
Bless
you.
Bless you.
That's
Hands
how
it
I
to
know we're
Shia.
related.
All due respect to everybody else, how in the hell did you end up here coming from the way you came?
Looking at you, Faye.
What do you mean the way I came? From the mountains, you mean?
From the Sildari side of the city. Aye.
Well, we left Leah. We went on a little jaunt through the Carthcrest Range and popped up on the bottom of Holcomb.
I've known you, technically not your entire life, but enough of it. You're not one for jaunts in the mountain range.
No.
Right, fair enough then. And, all the rest of you managing to, put up with her, eh?
Oh, she's putting up with us.
Try to kick him under the table, but realize, like go to kick him and realize there's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
Mm-hmm.
like 11 other legs under there. Like at least 11.
An odd
Okay,
number of
kicking.
legs are under the table.
Well, one of them is my other leg.
True.
You all Khazian. Except you.
Does it
Most
matter?
of you, yeah. Not particularly to me, it's just these are rather unusual times. Just curious to see oddball groups moving
I'm
about.
Kauaian.
I have seen quite a lot in my time. I don't think I've ever seen one of you. Where are you from?
The Stygian forest.
Technically, that's so, you know.
Alright, fair enough.
She's all right. She's good.
Oh, well, I imagine so, if they're all riding with you. Well,
Since
They're either
when
good
have
or
I
they're
been known to
troublemakers.
thoroughly vet my companions?
it's more putting up for you, with you,
Ah.
as long as they apparently have. You all haven't
I'm a
taken it to any museums, have you? Or art galleries?
I guess the
She
academy
mentioned a-
doesn't count.
She mentioned a garden at one point.
Eh,
God.
You mentioned the garden.
Well,
Not quite the same.
no. But if you take it to an art gallery or a museum, anything with anything important, just keep an eye on it.
I haven't had sticky fingers in like at least 3
days.
years.
I'm more talking about the time. Oh, what were you? Maybe 10. When we went to that gallery in Mastalios, you disappeared. Our parents were worried for, I don't know, it might have been an hour trying to find her. And then, before we found her, there was a whole hubbub in the entire place because half of the paintings had mustaches drawn on them when they weren't supposed to be. Eventually found her covered in paint in some back room. There's a lot of explaining our parents had to do.
Was this before, after, or during the pink jumper phase?
Listen. It was before I had any autonomy. Probably during.
Yeah, the pink phase lasted a while.
Hmm.
Then she started dressing herself and everything went black. More or less.
It's a good color. I looked down at my clothes.
You always match.
Exactly.
Can't really argue with that one.
Everyone else in
Taste
black
and-
clothing. Right, looks down at herself.
How long have you been here, Dane?
I think it's been about 2-3 weeks now.
Oh.
Yeah, they restationed a bunch of us. Keep an eye on the border, obviously. Now there's tensions. Don't really know if much is going to come of it. I haven't seen actual conflict break out in any way, but it just seems no one wants to be caught with their pants down first.
Look over its side eye Sam.
What is run with pants down?
Oh no! He looks at you with like incredulity.
It's genuine. Dane,
I'm
you
gonna
wanna-
get
you wanna-
that's your problem now. It's not mine.
I moved beyond that a bit ago.
It's an expression.
When two people love each other very much.
That's not what that means.
Dane chuckles pretty heartily at that.
It means when somebody's acting a fool and they're caught doing it.
Oh.
It's hard to run
What's
away
happening
when your
about it?
pants are down.
Or fight back. It's a good way to end up on your ass. Bear.
Hmm.
I understand, yes.
Mama
You
started a
said-
vineyard.
That somehow doesn't surprise me much.
Not at all.
It amazes me as she continues to find new things to do this far into her life.
I will never not be amazed by her.
Do you know if she plans on making a new side business out of it, or is it just personal
The
stuff?
last time we spoke, there was something about the grapes won't be ready for months, so I will save you a bottle at some point. I could see them serving it at the bathhouse, but other than that, I don't know. But
It also solves the problem of being so picky about wine. Maybe she can tailor it to what she likes.
well, and if it's not to your liking, you can't bitch to anyone about it.
Fair enough.
So, as to the reason I called you here. My honor was terribly, terribly. I don't know what the words are.
You
Megan
did
doesn't
very
know the
good.
words. They know the words.
Besmirched.
Listen. Besmirched, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
By this bulwark of a woman over here.
You can't say it like that, dude. That's gonna get me in a lot of trouble. That could mean a lot of things.
I mean, what trouble could you cause with your own father here?
That's very true.
Are we talking about fisticuffs?
No! Arm wrestling!
Ah,
Be my champion, will you?
in my district, it would have been a fighting ring, but All right, arm wrestling champion. It's been
She's
a while since I've
she's
done that.
undefeated this evening, so
He looks over at Eclipse, sitting like this with fucking massive biceps.
My neck
casual.
hurts so much right now.
Somebody.
If I had to do this in real life, I'd be fucking crying right now.
All right.
He rolls up a sleeve, puts his elbow on the table.
I'm open.
Let's go.
All right. Okay, much better bonus than healing.
I am perfectly capable of failing this all by myself. Let's go.
22.
14.
Okay. You guys see the meme of Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's his name gripping
Oh.
biceps just
Brownie,
biceps
what's
just
his name?
No.
yeah, and it holds in the middle for like a good 20 seconds before it starts to shift in Dane's favor. Roll again.
I don't know who to cheer for.
Not great.
God.
17.
27?
Hey.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. Another 30 seconds, and both arms and hands are like shaking, not from exertion, but just from the amount of force pushing against the other arm. And it goes back up to even. Roll again.
Move
It's a bad
cups
time
out
that
of the
I've
way.
noticed that, no actors
Yeah.
there that's gonna be a brick and arm doing this.
Fuck. Yikes.
That's real bad. 10.
11.
Okay.
He's there.
It holds in the middle, and it's a solid minute of holding in the
Oh
middle.
my god.
These two, you start to see sweat on Dane's brow. It is close. Roll
Going to
again.
minor
Fair
illusion
enough.
gust to just like add to the situation a bit.
Oh, come on!
People powering up.
I'm gonna get out the lute and just start playing it like some real like intense like
Okay.
fight music.
You can
11.
inspire. You can inspire
26.
somebody. with That.
26?
18 plus
Okay.
8. 26.
That's a beat by 15. That's enough.
Slide my hand under against the table so it doesn't completely touch the table.
It is probably overall like a 4-minute bout. Back and forth, holding in the middle for a minute at a time, tremble one way, tremble the other way, before eventually, and it's not a slam, it is a slow push down that comes back up for a minute, slow push down, and Eclipse has him like a couple inches above the table, and he's just holding there. Right. I'm going to try to recruit you at some point. And then it slams down.
Good show.
I shake his hand.
Okay. You are tired.
I'm very tired.
Very tired.
Now my neck actually hurts.
IRL. Or Yeah. The other one.
Yep.
Mhm.
Quite impressive. If you, are you all planning to be around for a bit? Or
Nope.
you leaving?
We leave in the morning.
Unfortunate. Would have liked to see you spar sometime.
She's terrifying.
Been trying to
that
get
is
her
good
to do
idea.
that for a while now. She just blows me off.
He gives you... You're Yosnip right now, right?
Yes.
He gives you a bit of an... what's the... evaluating up-down.
What?
Ooh.
Yosef has,
There's tone. He's got the
Tone.
tone.
Yeah.
He's not skinny.
He's got some good calves.
Yeah.
A, different technique, I imagine.
Mm.
He's very good at it.
He's very fast.
Good. Sounds like you've gathered quite the group of capable. I don't know what to call you all. You're not sellswords, are you?
We're the Twilight Heralds.
There's a name.
There's a name.
The Twilight Heralds. Well,
Keep your ear to the ground for us. You'll be hearing much more. Or you won't. I don't know.
honestly, sounds like something I figured your band would be called one day, but I suppose this works just as well.
This is my band of merry mates.
Drum.
They are-
Indeed.
Oh, that's right. I have a horn. Give me a horn.
So do I.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
We need to give Sam a tambourine.
Yeah. We
No,
play
but
at the
your
theater
maracas.
later.
Or those little
Oh, the little
Oh,
yes.
those
yes,
fingers.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Are you using castanets or
yes.
finger
Yes.
symbols?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either
Like
of
the little
those.
clicky clacks.
Yeah.
my brother
castanets.
Stiefling has
Yeah.
those.
Mm.
Or you could do a hand gong, finger gong. Those are fun
Just a
too.
triangle.
I think this would be
A
cool.
triangle.
No, a gong. They're called hand gongs.
Go.
Triangle would be so funny.
Or a cowbell.
I'll give Sam a triangle.
Okay. Is there anything specific you guys want to engage in, do, converse about over the span of this rest of this?
I think Brightwing at one point would have asked Dane what it was like to have Faye in his life, like introduced, meeting Faye.
Okay.
So to reiterate, Matt, I think he's like in the middle. So he would have been like 16 or 17.
I'll be right back.
You
If
are
I-
20. What are you, 27?
Something.
6?
No.
Oh, you don't know.
Well, this is the 20th anniversary. This
Okay.
year will be the 20th anniversary.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So
Your gotcha day.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He was a teenager. He was a
Yeah.
Mid to late teen.
Yeah.
Well, at first it was quite odd. We hadn't had a sister. And, well, I suppose my mother tried her best with Rafe. That didn't quite go, I don't think, as she planned. And Faye became, I don't know, I suppose you could be called a bit of a pet project. Sounds a little odd, but she very much liked having a daughter. We were hesitant at first, but she was not like the little girls we had known growing up. She was rambunctious and she would do what our parents said when she needed to. But otherwise, she did her own thing. And caused a fair bit of mischief, and I think there's something to be said for protecting a little sister. Just a bit different. Kind of helped make us into men, I suppose, in a way. We couldn't just dick around. We had a little sister to be responsible for. Now, she did enough dicking around for all of us, and that made it troublesome, but it was fun.
you make me sound like some kind of delinquent.
Well, in fairness, I think you might have been when we first got you.
Well,
But-
to be fair,
You still are.
it was a regression, okay? It's like a bell curve.
Well, if you let something go and it comes back, it might be the right thing after all.
Hmm. Maybe we're somewhere in the middle now.
She was also quite talented very early on, which was fun to watch. Well, at first it was not fun to watch because the recitals are long and boring when you're a teenager. But then, after a time when she got really good, then it was, we had a bit of pride at that point.
I can
One
tell.
time, Rafe fell asleep in one of those recitals and was snoring so loudly he had to get taken out because he was
What?
disrupting the performance.
When?
Oh, I don't know, you might have been backstage still, but he was bored out of his mind, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yeah.
Doesn't like to sit in one place for too long.
Still trying to nail him down.
So is half of most cities he goes to.
Just leaves a carnage of men and women in his wake.
That he does. Somehow I see him one day settling down with someone incredibly boring. He'll need it eventually.
In another 20 years. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. That was wonderful to hear.
No surprises, I hope.
No. As you know, I have a very good read on people. Though the mustache on paintings, that is interesting.
I did not have the same respect for the arts at the time. Mother dragged me to every gallery show and all of those things until I finally just refused and dragged her instead to the theatre. And I never left. So,
You have a very strong bond in your family.
it's different now that we're all older. I think there was, as Dane said, a bit of doting when I was younger. Especially in the early years, they were very careful with me, but once they realized that I didn't pull my punches, they stopped doing that as well.
I don't rightly know what sisters are supposed to be like, but I think she was a good one. You are a good one, I suppose, though I don't know what you're up to.
Government secrets, brother. I just can't disclose.
I am concerned.
It's fine. It's fine.
Flash
Look
is
at these
back to-
responsible people I've surrounded myself with. You they really think I can get into that much trouble?
Flash is to you down on the ground. Back to the conversation.
Okay. Any others? Any other bits?
Is there a food for this place?
Oh yeah.
There is a food. You guys get hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinner.
Okay.
I just like hearing the foods.
Yes, I do too. We need the cookbook.
There's a dinner menu that is general tavern food, but the dessert menu, there is a whole half of it that is your average desserts, and then there's a back half that is Glasmere Glowberry desserts. And there are all manner of pies and tarts and jams and cobblers made from these somewhat translucent light blue berries, which you have not seen because you have not gone to this part of the city, but there are pictures drawn onto the menu that they seem to like catch the light and refract it in this very beautiful way. And you can get any number of anything you could imagine made from a berry.
So we'll have one of each.
Okay.
And like a flatbread to share.
Okay.
Just for like something other than sweets to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Like
said we had
like
dinner.
the pretzel sticks with the cheese dip.
Yeah.
You know.
When the everything with the glowberries comes, it's kind of like white peaches and strawberries made a baby. It's very sweet and has like this soft flavor to it. It's quite good. Probably the best thing is a cobbler that also comes with ice cream.
Yes.
I'm gonna
I
take
think
my spoon and load it up with cobbler and ice cream and real subtly flick it at Dane.
Oh boy. Roll a stealth check and an attack roll with your dex and no proficiency.
Okay. The stealth is a 18. And,
so I see it.
Yeah. So just dex, straight dex. 16.
Yeah, he's not wearing armor. Not that it would really matter in this case. It catches him like right on the eyebrow, drips down a little bit. Right. And
You've
gets a
painted me as
dollop
some kind
whipped
of hooligan.
cream.
I have to maintain my reputation as a hooligan
Gets
now.
like a whole front handful of whipped cream from one of the nearby pies, just leans over the table and splats it on your face.
Sam is clenching her fists, resisting the ungodly urge to step in, but just allows them to have their fun.
I'm gonna just like press the digitation and just like go like this, and it will just melt off and like float away.
I imagine you've learned quite a few new tricks these days, eh?
Out of necessity. But yes.
The talking in the head thing.
Yeah, that's a fun one, right?
Rather impressive, from what I know.
Most of the others are really scary. But yeah.
Also makes sense. Okay. Night arrives outside. It gets dark. After general conversation, food, drinks, anything else anybody wants to do before wrapping up here? And what are you doing from here?
Do we want to go take that job with the ferry? Do we still want that money?
What?
The shopkeeper.
You have not said anything to anybody
I
else
said
yet.
it to Nas, who
Nas,
said
yeah.
it to Faye.
I didn't
get any
know.
details.
No,
I didn't
we just
get
had
I will
nothing.
pull
shenanigans.
them aside, just them
Yeah,
two
okay.
for now.
Just us.
Okay.
Let's say they're on this side of me, and they have to let me up to say goodbye to Dane when he leaves for the
Okay.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And as she comes
Alright.
back, we trap her between us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Did we want to go do that with
Yes.
them?
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Do we
Mhm.
want to tell the others, or we're just doing this?
Nope.
Okay. So are we going to go
What do we
see,
not tell?
go to the theater, and
What
then
if
do this?
What if
I will cue her in. The fairy wants some crystals smuggled in. 1K a pop. There's 5 of them, up to 5,000 gold worth of credits for the store.
When are we gonna have time to spend it? We leave first thing in the morning.
We buy before the morning.
We can buy it while we're there collecting our shit.
She'll
mean,
open
like-
for a moment.
Huh. She's gonna be there, so I mean...
And what do we tell the others when we come back with cool stuff?
They're
We're
gifts!
really tired, and we want to go to bed. And then we woke up, and it was outside the door as a gift.
I have to be the one to tell them. You realize this,
I
right?
will wake up early and put it outside your door as a gift.
Yeah.
I have a gift box. I can put it in the gift box
What gift box?
from the
From the-
bathhouse.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let us sell it.
You guys are having this in a corner of the table?
I'm like half using my mind link, so
Yeah,
half of the
yeah.
conversation's like veiled.
Keywords are being
Right
left
wing.
out.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna make you roll. You see some curious whisperings going on between the trio over there. Eclipse, actually, with your passive perception and the fact that you two have not drunk anything, both of you would notice this.
We think we're being quiet, but we're the ones that have drinks in us.
Yeah. Yes.
We're a
correct.
little bit louder than we think.
I'll lean over to Eclipse. Should we intervene?
I'm gonna lean over the table because I'm imagining I'm not very far from them.
No, you're all within 3-4 feet of each other.
What the fuck are you doing?
Getting ahead.
Doing some holiday shopping, maybe.
Mhm.
Birthdays are coming up. We know we have to.
Can I make an insight check just to
Look,
get
I
the
haven't-
general
I
vibe
haven't bar
of
hopped
how much fucking
and done
trouble this
crazy
gives
stuff
off?
And so, Leah, I need some kind of outlet.
Make an insight check. The
You're
three
out
of
for
you.
crime.
The three of you.
This
make
is
a
how
group.
I cope, guys. This is my
Make-
thing.
There is a session called "This Is How We Cope."
Yeah.
Make a group deception check. Anyone who's had more than 2 drinks with disadvantage.
More than
Which-
2 or 2?
Which
All of
I'm-
us.
Which I'm, unless you guys stopped like an hour or 2 ago, everyone would have.
Nope.
Yeah.
25.
And I have to make the insight? Okay.
Yeah, make an insight check.
23.
Wow.
8.
Oh.
Okay.
You'll carry me, right? You'll carry me.
Still pretty good.
I just
Okay.
spilled my whole thing about my missing children. You're gonna vibe check me?
What'd you roll with?
This is rude.
7.
7.
I rolled a natural 1 for a 9.
Oh my
Yes!
god.
Let's go.
I don't think any wrong with my friends. My friends will never do anything suspicious.
Ooh.
They seem like they're a little tipsy and just being silly gooses, and that's all you can
We're going to
really
go after party. You know. Maybe bar hopping. You know. The whole
I'm gonna
thing.
make this incredibly clear. And I'm gonna point at my dad. Morning.
Yes. More.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Please
clear.
do not jeopardize us leaving in the morning. That's
I cannot assure my state of mind in the morning, but we will leave in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be sure we will have slept. It's good. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna
I
be
have
great.
bottomless coffee. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then
As you go vibe checking.
I'm gonna
Yes.
put an arm up in front of Eclipse to see if you can remove your bow.
what?
Mm.
The bow that's been in your hair all day.
Her ear just keeps going. She doesn't pay any attention to it.
You win, you get to take it off.
like it.
Okay. Sure.
All right,
I
roll.
Mage hands out.
While they roll, Hugo leans down to Brightwing.
Are your friends known to get into mischief?
Yes, but they're not criminals, no.
They seem like they have nonsense planned.
One would say shenanigans. I believe I used that right.
That is excellent usage of that word.
Of
yes.
course the dad would deduce this.
He rolled a natural 19 on his.
Yeah, there's no way he's gonna just... It's fine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They
The dad has advantage.
Advantage.
He
Parents
has
just
advantage
have
against Eclipse.
advantage. Yeah.
Mhm.
Parents just
That
have
is actually a
advantage.
mechanical thing. in my
That's
game.
fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
it comes to bite me in the ass later.
Mm.
Alright. How'd it
What
go?
do you guys roll?
5.
What did you roll?
13.
Oh, okay. That was
I
your
rolled a
one chance.
natural 5.
That just like
All right, Eclipse pushes him down. You're low, Nas. Roll again.
I'm so tired.
you can do it, buddy. I'll give you inspiration.
Is the handy
Okay.
spice pouch a bonus action?
Go, yeah,
Uh,
it's your birthday.
Can,
We
You
gonna
gonna pocket
wrestle like-
sand me while I'm trying to arm wrestle you, bro?
God.
That's so fucked
No,
up.
it's an action. It's an
Oh.
action.
damn it! I was gonna put catnip on your fist.
Why would you do that?
Okay.
So fucked
Inspiration,
up.
you said?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
gonna make it
Huh?
worse.
Dirty 20.
19.
Okay. You pull back up a little bit. It's not quite fully half, Nas, but you're getting closer again.
Come on, you know you like the bow in your hair.
Why is this about the bow in my stupid hair? I'm so confused. What number even is this?
A lot.
It's called redirection, Jess. He's trying to make you not even
Mm.
think about this.
That's incorrect.
Putting too much
Yeah.
time on it. 3.
3?
3?
12?
With the mage hand help
Oh
too?
my
Oh,
god.
is the mage hand the +1?
Yeah, it's been
Four.
helping you the whole time.
It's a 4 then.
Okay,
God.
and you rolled a what? 12?
12?
Okay, you push him back down to nearly the end. A roll again. Nas is not even close to winning this, but he's just somehow managing to hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Ow. God.
Say it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Oh, okay.
I can't
There
roll
is
much
a-
higher.
Tremble there as Nas
Plus
holds
one.
on near the end. Roll again.
Come on, Naz. You got this. No.
5.
12.
Gosh.
Oh my
Okay, that's
God.
enough. Wow, she gave you plenty of opportunity too.
Yep. No, it's
But-
yeah.
Poof, slams it down again. Hugo gives like a head tilt of probably only Brightling really catches this, but probably not even understanding maybe until now how capable Eclipse has become.
I'm gonna stand up on the booth and say, "All hail the undefeated arm wrestling champion of this corner booth, Eclipse Four Noir."
Yay!
Oh,
In the back.
All right, deal's a deal, and I'm going to silent image a bow, not taking the one out of her hair, and then pull back with a bow.
It just.
Can you move a silent image?
You can move a silent image.
Wow. Not that it matters. Her ear is
Yeah.
still going. So she
Yeah.
knows. All right.
Just looking
see the
at
bow
you,
come
it
out.
does it again, and I'm like,
She gets to make a check if there's reason to, right?
If she has reason to suspect, she can make an intelligence check. Yeah.
Roll an intelligence check
Investigation.
as you feel your ear flick a couple more times despite him pulling it away.
And it's a investigation.
Investigation.
It's just a fancy. You just think it's still there, you know,
Just a-
because it's been on there for so long.
Phantom
Yeah.
bow.
Phantom bow.
bad. I can't make these. It's a 6.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's
You are confused.
what? Alright. You guys are fucking out of your mind. Alright. Again, morning.
Valid.
I
Morning.
swear
He's got the watch. We'll be on time.
that's not what I'm worried about. Please. I'm for the fun, but we're so close to being able to just do stupid shit again. Please. Just one more night, okay? Okay. Do what you want.
Okay. Are 3 of you leaving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who
I
has
Brightwing.
the hither thither stick in their possession?
Eclipse.
Eclipse
Ah!
does. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
That's why I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what are you doing?
You all know this.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start, like, kind of trying to pay the tab, I guess, or something, if I
Mhm,
have
sure.
to. And just
It's-
Do you
kinda
get up to do
get
this?
everything.
A gold and 7 silver for the tab.
How big is? Okay. Clarifying question very quickly. Number 1, when the hither thither stick is activated, the Geiger rod. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you.
Okay. When the rod is activated, does it physically change? Because like you said, you push one end and then something happens where a portal opens.
hmm
Does the magical item itself emit any sort of magic-y effect while that is active? We would know this because we activated it around the camp.
What do you mean by emit some sort of magic
So, like,
effect?
If I activate the portal rod,
Mhm.
does the portal rod physically change to show that there is a portal active?
The color, so there's a gem on either end, a blue and amber. The one
Mhm.
that if you've created a portal, there is a slight glow. It's almost within the gem. It's not like it emits bright light or anything, but you can see a slight glow within it, and then the other one will do
There's
the
a
same
visual
when you-
cue. Okay.
Yes.
And how big is it? Fuck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not doing anything.
How heavy is it?
The rod?
Does not have a weight.
Oh gosh.
It's a 2-foot long metallic
I mean,
rod.
This is just Leah's
by
thing.
the way.
You could just take the bag. Like, you just.
It's her bag.
I
It's
know
her
it's
whole bag.
Yeah.
We're not gonna just take
Is
her
it? Is it heavier than 10 pounds? Is my question.
Because reasons.
The whole bag or just the rod? I don't
wow,
care.
It's really on the cusp.
It's like a barbell.
Yes, given the gems and the metal of the rod, I'm
That's
gonna
a
say
heavy
yes.
rod,
It's a little more than
10
10 pounds.
And it's been in the bag of holding
Yes.
with no consequence as of up to this point.
It's not a bag of holding.
It's not a bag of holding. It's on Eclipse's person.
Oh, it's just on
I thought it was
her.
in the bag of holding. Okay. I thought we broke time
No.
and space for a second.
No,
Okay, cool.
Eclipse has it. Yeah.
Okay.
But also, if you mean from a interdimensional space within an interdimensional space standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
it isn't itself an interdimensional space in any way.
Okay.
But
just
we
creates
do know
borders.
if we put the bag of holding in the pocket knife, then
That
that
is
would be
bad.
bad. That's
Yes.
bad.
The knife can go in the
But the
bag,
knife
That
can
is
but
go in
also
the
not
bag
the
of
bag
holding.
of holding in the extra dimensional space created by the knife.
Correct.
Okay.
Unless we wanted to destroy half
Blow
a city.
someone up. Yes.
Well, hey, it's an option.
End game.
It's just a plan B.
I mean, honestly though, if you think about
know
it, it
where
just
it
creates a
is if
hole.
we really
You
need
could
it.
throw it from a distance and then have it be like a bomb, and we wouldn't be near
Just
it.
on an arrow.
Yeah. It's open for a minute.
Just
I got
sprint for
pretty good
60
aim.
seconds.
So
Yes.
Don't miss. Okay. That's
What are you guys
I'm
doing?
walking out. I'm walking out of the
yeah,
tavern.
let's
I'm
walk
walking
out.
Okay.
Let's walk out.
And are the rest? Are you pay the bill eclipse? Are you three also coming with them? This would be the place to stay. You know, it's also a tavern and inn. So if you
Yeah, I'd
aren't
probably
going
be at
with
the
them-
counter asking for a place
Okay.
to stay.
Yeah, you can get rooms. For how many rooms do you want to get? Probably not many because you want to stay within range.
True. Probably
Although half the party's leaving right now, so
3 then. Have them
Okay.
bunk up, I guess.
okay. We will say.
So I guess I'd stay with my dad in the middle one, and then have Nas and Brightwing, and then Sam and Faye, if that makes sense. Kind of negotiate that out.
Okay. We'll
Seems-
say 2 gold, 4 silver for 3
Okay.
rooms.
Cool.
Okay. Are the three of you slipping out?
Yes, but I really need to use the other room for a minute.
The
Break.
potty?
Yes!
Potty.
Yes, it is breaking. Well,
I
I'm
also
waiting
need
to
to
find
use the
out if
potty.
you were gonna leave. Yeah, we'll take a break. Okay. Shenanigans trio. You
We didn't talk
make
about
your
this
way.
at all.
We did.
We did
We should have.
You're making your way back to the Emporium.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I
the
have-
other duo, you are currently staying in the rooms with Hugo. Unless one of you wants to follow, or both of you. You're welcome to stalk them if you want.
I have absolutely no idea, and I don't.
Yeah.
I just
don't feel
assume
bad.
they're actually gonna go out and bar hop, which I don't know if
Okay.
there are any, and it's not my problem. And they know the stakes, and when they get arrested, it's not my fault.
I
So
think
it's fine.
Listen, I've never
think
been
maybe-
arrested.
Wouldn't be
There's
my
no
first time.
precedent for this.
Maybe Hugo's interested in, because I said something new about the Koea this night, and so maybe Hugo's interested in that.
Yes, in fact, with your passive insight, I didn't mention it in the moment because I didn't want to break things up, but you would have seen him, you would have actively seen him resisting pulling out paper and quill when you were talking about that spirit stuff, because he did not want to, like, disrespect, but he was very interested in that information. So you guys could certainly start talking about all that.
Yeah, I guess if he has questions about that, that's how we probably spend the rest of the night, is just talking about that.
Okay. All right. The other of you three. You make your way to the Emporium.
Yeah.
You get there. It is dark, and it is locked.
Well, before that, how? How do we do this?
You're having this conversation out on the door jamb of the Emporium.
As this is the walk up. You went to the
Okay.
Emporium like immediately. Like it was a second.
Okay.
We don't have any of the details. We don't know where this person is, and we don't know.
Outside the walls.
Outside the walls, she said that she would give us more information when we came back.
No.
We can always decline and just go have fun.
What are the odds that you have paperwork for someone that's not you?
Well, they're all me.
Okay, well, someone that's not yours, no.
There's multiple.
So if we all go back out, you leave, someone else comes in. Sam and I can just like with the same way we got upstairs the other day.
Are we worried about how that works within sight of the wall versus I could cast invisibility on the two of you?
We are
Again?
very sneaky.
They're also trained to be on
We're
watch.
moderately sneaky. She's
I'm
very
good.
sneaky.
And I can cast invisibility on myself. It'll drop on her because she's gonna
Okay.
like bamf bamf.
Yeah,
but
it's all.
So if we go out and I come back as somebody else and you come back not through the gate, who's holding the merchandise? Okay.
It will never pass customs, from what you've said.
Mhm.
We
They
should
don't want to
scout before we leave.
Say hiccups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Canon. We should scout a location near the wall. And then throw something over the wall to mark on the outside where we need to go. But I need to know roundabout where to land that is safe on the inside of the wall. So we should find a closet or a warehouse or something that is within range of outside. And then if we could get some kind of a marker, be it the stars or something. You navigated skyships. You could read the stars, right? You drove them, right? You did all that by yourself.
I appreciate the confidence. No.
Stop it. Dude, we have neighbors.
All right. So we figured this out. The magical thing comes in. The purpose of all three of us going out is protection. We have to get back in somehow.
Chief. Hang on.
We're good then. All right.
We're on the
Now
second
you
floor
know.
now, and there has never been any noise ordinance, and now there is, and he's mad about it.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Do you knock now?
We want to scout first, just to have it, just to
How-
cover our
how
bases
long-
before we accept.
How long did it take for the person to get into a position outside? Did she disclose that?
Oh. If they needed to communicate.
And no, she didn't really give any details.
They may just be camping out there. We may have to just go find them. Won't know until we ask. Knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock.
Okay. There's a moment's pause, and then a light flickers on inside, bluish, and you hear, and the door swings open, and you see flittering there, Sean Wei.
It is us
I
again.
see you've returned. All right.
Beckons you in. Takes you back to like the desk where there's a lantern set up, and you can talk a little without being near the windows.
Hmm.
So, are you accepting now, or do I need to lay out any more details?
Details would be great.
Right. What would you need to know?
How far outside of the city is your supplier?
The contact would be about an hour and a half out of the city, in the foothills. You can meet him at a tall tree that is split, likely by a storm or something like that. He'll be waiting for you there, and then what you do from there is up to you. I assume you know about customs.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you can elaborate on that regard would be great. And just one quick sidestep back. This is the Khaing foothills, correct?
That's correct. Until you reach the pass, it's all Kathos.
So it's the southern gate.
Correct. Yes, the main one.
Okay.
Beyond customs, they can certainly, well, I imagine you came in, you know that they can deal with magical, well, they can find things quite well. And as I mentioned to your friend, the shards cannot be placed in extraplanar hiding places, as is commonly the case. Otherwise, it would be quite easy for me to smuggle them in. And I'm sure you all are aware of the forbidden spells around the walls.
The who?
Remind us again.
Well, as part of the defense of the city and the service it posts to the rest of Kathos, all of the walls are protected by forbidden spells. There's no teleportation that will work. In or out.
That's what I figured. Yeah, I figured. But walking over them is fine. You can go through physically.
Yes, if you can find a place with armed guards, of course.
How large are each of these shards? Are they...
Well, they'll
say
vary a bit,
when. Oh,
but about a foot long and maybe 3 inches in diameter.
We were so confident.
Reading your apprehension, I suppose you may have thought perhaps teleportation was the way.
see, I was caught on the term shard. I must have misheard that it was log was the appropriate term.
In fairness, they're much smaller to you than they are to me, but if you don't have an alternative, you could certainly try bribing the guard, though I don't know if that's the safest method. If you don't have anything beyond that, there is the sewer.
Matt, clarification questions from someone that's not a part of this.
Uh-huh.
The extra planar thing they said, does that mean the guard would just know that it's extra planar and they would check it, or
It cannot go in a bag.
No, it
They're
can't go
unstable.
in.
Talking about the shards, yeah. When she talked to Sam earlier, she mentioned that the chaotic energy of these shards from the plane that
Got
they're
it.
from makes them highly dangerous to put in anything like that.
Volatile.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Is there... So I know when we came in, they did this entire thing about checking our person with this wand. Is there anything that could possibly deter the detection of that wand that you're aware of?
There are magical effects that prevent divination, but
Hold on while Matt looks up what detect magic is. It is divination.
Do we have a lead box of
Yeah,
some kind?
if it's detect magic, could lead be used?
I can't go through lead.
the wands will not work on that. But if you're trying to carry a large lead box through customs, I can assure you they're going to check it thoroughly.
What if it is a large lead box that is then made into a smaller lead box? Oh, I've never tried that. Would it just reduce the box, or would it reduce the contents as well? Because when you reduce a person, they become...
Reduces their organs as well.
And all of the things that they are carrying.
Talking about this, and she points her finger at a nearby rack that has a bunch of coats and hats on it, and it shrinks down to half its size. All the
With
hats
the coat.
fall off.
Ah,
Normal size.
Damn. Okay.
But that's on the outside, not the inside.
right, but if I reduce the box, then the shards would just go and like...
Got it.
But if a person was reduced while carrying them... No, that would still have to pass.
They have to be small enough to be unnoticed. I don't know how small you plan on making this person.
Double reduce.
Well,
Well... It still would be 6 inches of shards and about an inch and a half wide.
mhm.
If you reduce somebody and you take something off of their person, does it stay small?
It's only 60 seconds too, y'all. It's only... It's 1
Mm.
minute.
What if you shape changed into like a small child
Yeah,
and then you reduced
that-
it?
Mm-hmm.
That was-
We're there.
Okay,
brain
got
cells cooking.
it.
Yeah. He's still gonna be like a foot tall.
What if? And this is like sideways. What if I get smaller,
Mhm.
reduce invisibility, run?
What would the purpose of smaller be?
I am not as heavy. I make less noise. Or
What
And
if?
I
What
look
if?
at Sam.
What if we all go out, right? All three, we leave, right? And
All
then-
night we all leave.
And then, like, we're going for a walk. Our friend Sam is leaving the city. We're seeing her out. We are making sure that she meets up with her escort. Okay. Naz and Faye return, as per the story. That makes sense. We go out a different gate than we arrived through, so we don't encounter the same guards. Smaller chance of encountering the same guards, right? And then we pretend to be guards and patrol the wall in a specific area, and then just lower a rope, and then pull Sam up from the rope, and then lower her on the other side, and then fuck off.
Profit.
Profit.
How did we get to the
5,000
wall?
gold.
Huh?
How do we get on the wall to be guards? And what of the guards that are on the wall?
You could look like one of them, and I could be your trainee.
Where's your brother's armor?
Shut up. We have Edwin's something. We have his sword. Okay, never mind.
And shield.
Okay. That's not the right thing.
Are we ransacking a barracks?
After the 17-step plan.
The eyebrow is very small, so it's difficult to notice this, but you all see Sean Wei growing more and more concerned with her plan to hire you all.
Mhm.
But she's still listening.
We have to get rid of the bad ideas first.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
You said a sewer.
Indeed, there is a sewage system that eventually reaches out into a river under the mountain. The entrance and exit is guarded. There's a fortified guard post. But they don't have all the magical wiffle waffle. It's just people keeping an eye out.
But it's inside the city.
No.
The sewer.
The large exit is outside the city entrance.
Right, but if we could get out of the city through honest means, come back into the city, and then get 2 people at least.
Indeed.
Once we're in through the city walls, teleportation will not be negated, correct?
That is correct.
So we could then teleport out of the sewer into the city proper and negate that.
If you had a good place to pop out, yes. I will note that the sewers are not known for being the most safe place.
Are we talking like rats, or are we talking like shambling mouse?
Spiders, slimes. What?
Gelatinous cubes?
I have not been down myself, but I've heard stories. Something along those lines, most likely, yes. That's a large part of the reason I'm not doing this myself.
Can't you just like fly over the wall and do it? Like,
You can fly?
Well,
The pixie dust?
are you talking about me?
She
yeah.
can't.
I mean,
She's this big, she can't I could
No.
enlarge you. Well,
No, it's.
you could do that to
I
yourself.
would assume that they are not coming with us. But if there
I'm not
was,
coming with you. That's the whole point.
if
You
we
are?
did, if
I'm
we
not.
did if we did a pixie dust combination invisibility, would that
if you
work?
could lend, just lend us some
Very
pixie dust.
possibly. The,
One dose pixie dust?
the Sky God is patrolling, so you would not want to be spotted up there, but
Visible. It's fine.
you have means to avoid that.
Yeah. That's the best idea we've had. Okay,
And
what about when
and-
it goes wrong?
And if we get all 5, there's a bonus, right?
I think it did mention something about the bonus for all 5.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage because the build up to this so far has been that you guys are a bunch of doofuses and she's a little bit more concerned about having you do the work.
But both of us are trying to do it, so surely it should be a neutral roll, right?
The first roll is a natural 11. The second roll is a natural 16. So 17.
Okay.
If you manage all 5, I'll throw in an extra 500.
50?
750.
And a hat.
Okay, here's what I'll say. Faye, you can make a persuasion check. You normally would have advantage on this, correct?
Because I'm haggling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep the disadvantage, especially since you're coming right back at her already bonus given. So straight roll, and it's not an easy DC to convince her to go up from an
Persuasion?
already bonus. Yes.
Guidance. I can't do that.
It's a natural one.
Okay.
Let's just take the
500 is more than kind.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Mhm.
All right. I'm sorry. His name once again was.
That's up to him to give out. He'll know you're there, and you'll know it's him.
Split tree.
Split Tree. Foothills.
Yes, there'll
So
only be
can-
one man there.
Can we borrow some pixie dust? You can take it out of our total. We're just
Or
gonna need
just-
it on the way back.
Or just give it to us, seeing as it is
Yeah.
the means of us completing
I'll
this.
take it out of your total.
Hmm.
It's fine.
One moment.
She heads back, grabs some pixie dust, brings you back a pouch. Did you guys buy a pouch?
Nope.
Also? You never did?
I bought a spice pouch.
Word?
More important, seasoned food.
True.
I assume you only want the 3 uses. I see your other friends are not here.
I thought 1 dose was good for multiple people.
You can sprinkle this dust on a creature you can see within 10 feet. 1 use per
I was under the impression that pixie dust was better than fly because it was an area of effect.
Well. Please hold.
Yeah.
Holding,
creature.
please.
You can sprinkle
Holding.
multiple uses with a single action, as long as each recipient is within 10 feet of you.
That's what it is. It's still a use for each creature.
Okay.
How much is 1 use?
120 gold.
Let's take 2, just in case. And if we don't use the second, then we'll have it in the future.
It's still 1 dose per person. So we're sending 1 person alone with the shards to fly over the wall.
Oh, I misunderstood. So it is still 1 use, but you can do it all at one time.
Correct.
So we
you can use
would need 3. Okay.
Correct.
Well,
We would need
this
We'll
is
need
just
3.
Leah talking. I think it might just be best to have Sam do it, because she would have the best chance of being not caught with being the rogue.
And you hold your own invisibility.
Or you guys just do what your plan was. You all 3 leave, say, "Hey, bye, Sam," and then you 2 come back in, and then Sam just flies back over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we smuggle her out the next day.
We're teleporting out anyway.
It's true.
Ah.
I don't even need to do that.
Forgot about that.
No one's gonna fucking know.
Yep. Okay. We got it. So we need
And
1
then
use.
for all the government knows, I'm out in the wilderness. I'm probably dead.
You're just gonna be like wolf bait, right? Like
1 use.
2.
2 uses.
Just in case.
2 uses. You're getting 2 uses of pixie dust?
Yep.
Okay.
On
She
credit.
Hands
On
you a
credit.
pouch. Yes.
Take it out of the total. Take it out of your 500 bonus. All right. Anything else you need from me?
Just your undying love and affection.
In remembrance of a sponsorship opportunity in the future.
Indeed. If you pull this off as you...
When we pull this
Right. I will be intrigued. We can talk more. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I am
So
going
what-
to hold on.
Holding.
I have a thing. No, never mind. It's the wrong thing. I retract.
Okay. All right. You guys are heading towards the main gate.
We are heading towards a different gate than we came in. We came in the south gate.
You did come in the south gate. You're going out.
How many gates are there?
There's 2 main gates in and out of the city. One that goes to the southeast, really, towards Sildari, and the other which points out towards Kathos, or towards the majority.
Is there a wall between these gates? Like, if we go out one way, can we not get to the other one?
No, you could. Currently you're in the inner district. There are many gates out of the inner district into the outer district, which is more military. You're currently in like the university.
But we walked right
library
into the inner district. It wasn't regulated.
It wasn't a custom situation. There are still guards there keeping an eye out.
But if we go out the Kathian door, can we go around to the Sildari door? Is
Yes,
that a
you're gonna be moving through the foothills regardless. So it's
But
not like,
do we want to? Because we've received a lot of questions coming that way.
Yeah.
So
Well,
if we're
we would probably want to leave out of the opposite one we're planning to come back in from.
Leave through Sildari.
Unless we're sticking to the plan of we're going to
Well,
drop
you're
somebody off and come back.
you're Sildarin, so it's not. That's
I don't know if that makes it worse or better.
We go out.
Worse.
We go out the Khaithian door. We come back in the Khaithian door. That's how we do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys
Yeah.
just see me out.
Yeah,
And then they won't see me come back in.
Keep it simple. We're good.
Yeah.
we got it. Yeah, so we're going out the northeast door,
Mhm.
or northwest,
Mhm.
whatever that one was.
Northwest.
You're going out the door towards Kathos.
The one that we didn't
Yeah.
come in.
Okay.
Towards
all
Ilmara.
right. Okay.
Mhm.
And you guys are all walking out, normal selves, nothing
Yes.
sneaky. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. You all make your way out of the center district into the military district. You get roll. I will say roll a group. I assume you're not trying to be sneaky. You're just walking with purpose
Mhm.
and intent. Okay. Roll a group charisma check.
This is my lowest stat.
30-20.
21.
Okay.
It's fine.
What'd you roll? It is a successes over failures system, not an.
It's a
average in this
natural.
case, so you're fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're
you
normal,
guys-
and we've got our weird friend with us.
Yeah.
I'm
You guys get a
Sildarian,
few
you know.
looks. There are not a bunch of citizens walking about in the military district at this hour, so you get some looks, but no one stops you, no one questions you. As you leave customs or leave through the gate, anything to report? The woman who stops you.
My friend and I here will be back shortly. Our other friend has had an emergency back home in Alea, and she has an escort coming to pick her up outside of the city. We're trying to time it. It might be a little bit funny, so we didn't want her to wait outside alone. So it's kind of a very fast turnaround time.
Right.
We'll wait with her until her escort comes, and then we'll be back in.
Do you know how long?
Be anywhere
were-
between 2 to 3, maybe hours, possibly. We might walk a bit just to try to save time, meet them halfway. Well, not halfway, but meet them
Wow.
ahead.
All right, just try not to dally, as we prefer to have people inside the city late at night. Things are unusual.
We
lately.
appreciate your understanding, and we won't loiter.
Understood.
Left you out. Okay. And you guys head around.
Wow.
to the foothills. Okay.
Round the outside. Round the outside.
How far out and around before you go around?
Outside of normal person's eye line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
This
not
is
bright
gonna-
wings, but maybe a
this is
normal
gonna-
person.
This is going to add some time, and I will also note you were told that the figure you were meeting was northeast of the southeast gate by potentially an hour and a half or so. You're coming around now, so this is probably going to take longer than a couple hours.
Russell.
You all right with that?
We can hustle.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll just say roll a stealth check. It's not a high DC given your method.
Do I even need to roll?
It is a group
23!
check, so yes.
Oh.
Okay.
That wasn't a good roll.
19.
That's
2319!
14.
We got a 23-19!
14?
I rolled a natural 3.
Well, that's not a good start.
Wow.
I don't
Okay.
have that trait yet. That I get times.
10th level.
Okay. You're alright with the other rolls. And the low DC. Okay. You guys make your way out and around. And it does indeed take like 2+ hours to get to the other side of the city and then out into the foothills where Sean Wei directed you. I will have one of you roll a perception or survival check Your choice to find what you're looking for.
ABC, I need you to find that tree.
Oh
Oh,
my
shit.
god!
I'm gonna inspire whoever wants to make
Let's
this
go.
roll, because mine are
Funny.
trash.
Oh,
I'll
isn't
go
bad.
for it. I'll go for it.
Okay.
Look,
Imagine
Stone,
leaving
don't
your
fail
two
me.
receivers in the tavern.
8 on the Bardic Inspiration for an 18.
Okay. Wow.
Take your part.
Okay. It's probably about 2.5 hours before eventually you do spot this tree. You've kind of been rolling up and down between foothills, moving between them, and then as you crest one, you finally do see on top of another this large tree that looks like it was hit by lightning or something and is cracked halfway through and like bent over in half of it. You're still ways away. You're just gonna. What would you like to do?
Get to it.
Okay.
Mhm.
I want to also be making sure this isn't a setup, and keeping an eye out specifically for people that may have nefarious intent.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
I'm gonna use the nearest dice. Let's go, girl. 17.
Okay. All right. You are and you're just walking up, clear and apparent, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I would be.
As you approach, you do see a figure eventually, with your perception check especially, that's sitting near the tree, kind of one knee up, elbow on that knee, holding a crossbow, looking out. And as you see him, he seems to see you. Stands up, holding the crossbow still. Just eyes you all, initially. As you get closer, you see humanoid looking, can't see much of his features, loose flowing clothing, dark reds and browns, a hooded cloak that's pulled up, and a patterned scarf of crimson and gold that covers the bottom half of his face and reveals just about like the eyes plus a couple inches above and below of dark tan skin. Pack slung across his back. And when you get within maybe 30 feet, you are the ones he sent to gather the goods. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Surface level detect thoughts as we walk up.
What's the range?
It's on myself. So it
And
lasts.
is it anything you can see?
So I cast it on myself, but then it's a creature within 30 feet of me.
Okay. So you cast it on yourself in advance.
Right. And then I just
what are the components?
It's VSM, but I have the amulet. I don't want to press. I just want a vibe check as we walk up because we can't see anything of this guy's features.
You have the amulet, meaning what?
It's the amulet of detect thoughts, so I don't know if I need material components.
No, you don't. No, you do not. You don't need any of them. Okay, you're using that. Okay. You get rather even keel.
Mm-hmm.
Not
like
quite
business
impatient.
as usual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting maybe towards the edge of impatience, but not quite there. Even keel. And a little bit of probing interest, given he doesn't know who you are. That's what you gather. And as you hit that 30-foot mark, you get all of that. It's all quite dark out here. The moon is up, so you can't see much. And he, as far as you know, can't see much. All right. Steps down a bit, pulls back his hood, and as he does, cocks his head slightly. You see messy, dark hair. Black, most likely. Pulls down his scarf. Samine Tele, by the gods.
Either of us?
Yes, you recognize this figure. What are you doing out here?
What are you doing out here? I mean, this is just so far from everything else.
I
Dangerous
do
territory.
work. Good work, as it is.
As am I.
So it would seem.
Do you know each
Been quite
other?
a long time. Yes.
The web.
It's been 17 years, but who's counting?
Oh.
You know.
The web. I don't
Mhm.
know that.
Oh, come on.
It is-
I put my arms out for a hug.
Just check
He
thoughts is still up.
cocks his head again, and then
Can I insight check the I don't know the web?
Oh yeah, roll an insight check. Actually, yeah, roll an insight check.
Would I have advantage because I have detect thoughts up? Even though I haven't dug.
Sure.
I would accept no,
Yeah.
but
No.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yet not see me in this
21. There she is.
Oh my
From the
God.
darkness.
From the darkness. A 21 shall rise.
It jumps out of the tree.
You get recognition, a flood of like nostalgic positive emotion,
Hmm.
and you see as he cocks his head, and then finally what you can gather with your insight check is an attempted like mask of disinterest just cracks and a smile breaks out. He runs up and grabs you.
It's been too long. I've been meaning to go back and visit, but it's just life is stupid.
I have not been meaning to make it out to Leah, which is, I believe, where you went off to.
Mm. I don't
How is it
recommend
out
it.
there?
Nah,
No?
it's overrated.
Hmm.
Food isn't as good. Colder.
I try not to get too deep into these cities in this realm.
Mhm.
But the work here is good.
Lot of foolish people around here.
You are here for this. Pulls out the pack. Pulls out this inner pack that you can see a slight pinkish glow in the front of. Very, very slight. Tosses it, or hands it to you because he's right up next to you. This is quite a step up from what we used to get wrapped up in. Yes.
A lot more profitable.
Indeed. I assume you have a good plan to get it back in.
Like
We have
always.
a plan.
Well,
It's pretty good.
Samine is involved in the planning. It is probably better than not. If I was involved in the planning, maybe not so much. Not my strong suit.
Never was.
Have you seen any of the others recently?
No. Haven't seen much of anybody.
It was quite a permanent departure for you.
Not entirely my decision, but you could assume that.
Yes. Parents are parents.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you have built a life that you can enjoy, though.
It's a long story.
Well, perhaps you will make
make your way back down to Isfalon at some point and tell me.
Maybe I shall.
Curious meetings. I will not hold you up. I assume you are on a time crunch.
Yes.
But it was very good to see you.
It's good to see you. Good to know that we're not being completely scammed.
Kind of gives you a strong, friendly handshake and then pulls you in again.
I hope she does not drag you into as much trouble as she dragged me into.
We
I'm
are the
lying.
trouble.
It was mostly my ideas. But she was better at it. Good luck.
We're enablers, if anything.
That sounds about right.
I attract a type.
Indeed.
Pulls his scarf back up, flips the hood back up.
I hope to see you again.
Soon.
Friendlier territory.
Then slips down into the darkness. Heads off, not the direction you guys are going.
Did we count them?
You look inside,
Yeah.
you see 5.
Okay.
Bag is probably like typical school backpack size, pretty decent.
It's slightly glowing pink.
There is just the faintest, like, at the mouth. It's not like pouring out,
Okay.
like, by any means.
I'll take like a bedroll and wrap this thing super tight to stifle any glowing that there is.
If you put it as a backpack under a cloak, would that cover it?
Yeah. This is like if some janky glow sticks, 5 janky glow sticks were in a bag, and the drawstring's pretty tight. It's like that amount of light that you can just barely get the hint of.
Yeah.
So yeah, either of those things or both would work.
Muddling it out
fine.
completely, keeping them inside.
Mhm.
Okay. And what are you doing? Or where are you going?
Back
How-
around the outside.
as we start probably going more a little bit more streamlined, I would think, to save time to get back. How does your invisibility work? Can you do it for long?
Yeah, for an hour.
Okay.
Do you want me to just walk all the way back invisible?
I could put mine on you first. That way, you at least vanish for some time on your approach, and then you can renew if you need. But I think probably best for us to all stay in the same area, at least to start.
Mhm.
Would you like to establish a link? Right? You do that. You have to see us to do that.
I do have to see you. And you have to be within 70 feet of me. So you have to be pretty
Always?
close.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Roughly 70 feet. I don't count.
We can do some check-ins as we get closer.
That's fine. I guess I meant more for finding a location inside. I guess I could always send you a message if we could find a safe place for you to fly over into. How long does the pixie dust last? A minute?
Minute.
And how high are the walls?
High.
100 feet?
60, probably.
So 12 seconds to get up. And then as far in, so probably...
As long as you can keep invisibility up on you, you should be fine.
Should I carry the other? Did we get 2 pixie
Yeah.
dusts?
You
Give
did
her,
it,
give
you
her
used
both.
it.
Just
Take
in
that.
case it
Mhm.
drops midway.
Yeah, giving her
Okay.
both.
And then I'm going to use my Pearl of Power to get a 3rd level spell slot back. Since I used
Okay.
all of the month's endings.
And
Okay.
just
So
in
I will
case
have another.
you need to stall for whatever reason, I'll give her the immovable rod as well.
Okay.
I'm full of shit right now.
Yeah.
Put something. And then
Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking-
As
Oh,
we start heading back, maybe after like a half hour, I'll cast invisibility on Sam.
Half hour out.
Half hour after we start moving, half hour after
Oh,
we
okay.
begin moving, I'll
Okay.
put invisibility
Okay.
on her.
So from what you understood of Sean Way's instruction, probably about an hour from the gate
Around
Yeah.
there.
is what you're saying. Okay. Okay.
But are we still going to the same gate? We're
You're
going,
going
to
to
the
the-
Khaing gate?
You're going to the gate. Well, not. That's what you said earlier. Was that you were going to come back
The
through the
same
other gate?
gate.
We're gonna come back through the same gate.
Because it's
Well, that-
less checkpoints for them to get through.
So then we should
Up
wait
to
because
you
it was
guys.
2 hours here. It was 2 hours to get here from
Mhm.
that gate.
Hmm
2.5 hours.
Yeah. So
Do you
we'll-
want me to just go over the nearest wall
Yeah, just
instead?
get
Okay.
it. That's probably
I want-
best.
So that's
You to
only
be
like an hour and a half away.
Safe. We could go through either gate, honestly. They don't need to know that we.
Would I know the roadways from Hawkholm to Ilmara? Is there any point where if we were to walk like an hour and a half on the main pathway, that if we cut across the foothills, we could end up at the southern gate?
I'm not fully following what you're saying.
We tried to take a shortcut to come back. Is there any way a shortcut puts us at the other gate?
It's a south. So if like the city of Hawkholm's here, Ilmara's up this way. We would be
Mhm.
coming in from this way.
It's not entirely feasible.
Nah.
Never mind.
No. Yeah.
You already told
Also-
them you'll come back in the
Yeah,
same
we'll come
way.
back
It's
in.
fine.
We're gonna come back in.
Okay.
We'll leg it.
Okay.
We're planning on sleeping today anyway.
So you are casting fly how far out? Approximately.
Invisibility.
Oh, sorry, invisibility, yeah.
Yeah. Casting invisibility an hour and a half out.
Okay. Okay.
Sam, you can do this multiple times, right? In case you
Mhm.
need to re-up again. Okay.
I can. Do it
Okay.
twice.
You guys make your way.
Mhm.
Hour and a half out, cast invisibility. You barely even know Sam is there anymore because she pads very quietly. An hour passes. You're about half hour away. Is somebody recasting?
I will recast.
Okay, you recast.
Just
Have
in
not
case.
seen anyone on the road, by the way. It is
That's fine.
empty.
We don't
Yeah, okay.
notice much though, so
Mhm.
this is a safety precaution.
Yeah. Okay. Half an hour out, you cast. You guys continue walking up. Eventually, you are inside of the walls and the gate. What are you doing?
Once we're in sight, I pat. Go to the gate. I'll get over here.
If you just get over and get somewhere safe, we'll meet up with you.
Hmm
The Emporium.
I'll just go back. Yeah.
Okay. You two walk forward.
Mhm.
And Sam, you were doing what?
I'm gonna find the spot where there are the least amount of guards in,
Okay.
or on, or around the wall. Even if it's just like, just the midway point between two.
Okay.
And then once I pretty much hit the wall, I'll pixie dust. And
Okay, so you're
Fly
pixie
over.
dusting right at the base of the wall.
yeah,
Okay.
just so I can like use it as like a crawl up almost to stay close
Okay.
to it.
All right. I will have you roll an investigation check to find an area that seems ideal.
21.
Oh, fuck.
21.
It's always so good.
So fucking good.
Okay. You find an area where, so as you come up, and you noticed this when you first came up, this is not a penetrable city. There are not weak points in the defenses here. So this is more about finding like an area of the wall that is less heavily populated with guards, but there are still guards patrolling back and forth pretty much consistently. There's torchlight across the entirety of the wall. There are not 100-foot stretches where nothing is being watched, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
You find one of the less populated sections. By this time, you two would have gotten to the front gate. So, you're walking in nonchalant?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That same woman is there. Possibly towards the end of her shift. Spots
Very
you all.
bleary and
Okay.
weary.
That was quite a bit longer than expected, but...
They were waylaid. We just didn't want to leave our friend.
Alright, and nothing new to report on the way in.
No,
No.
it's quiet.
Okay. Roll a deception check. One of you... Actually, I'm going to have both of you roll it, because you both are lying with your face at least, if not with your words.
$25.
Anyone?
This 21 sponsored by Sam's bonus point.
Yep.
No.
Okay. Alright. She nods at both of you very nonchalantly and steps out of your way.
As I rise up, I'm very prepared to cast invisibility on myself in case this barrier is also a dispel magic and busts my spell.
Okay. Alright, you pixie dust yourself and start flying. Roll a stealth check with advantage.
I can't fail this, right?
You can't.
Knocking on wood.
There's no
Could
way.
I would have inspired her. Before I
You're
left.
joking!
So here's what I'll say. Here's what I will say, Faye. If you want to...
How far in advance did we split is the thing, because it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Would have been when we had gotten in sight of everything at least.
Yeah, I don't know if that would have been.
Well, insight's not going to be nearly enough time for the inspiration to last. So, if Sam, when did you break off? You said it, I think. But just to be clear.
It was within eye line of them, so probably
Okay. So
too
no
long.
inspiration. What'd you roll?
A natural 2 and a natural 3.
Okay.
Plus 11 for a 14.
Okay.
Let's go be pissed!
I am invisible. To be fair.
Yes, you are.
It's still hard to see me.
Mom's gonna be so mad.
I wish I had reliable talent right now.
Okay.
Because
You
then your
fly
minimum
up.
would be at 21.
Would be 21.
You fly up. You're going somewhat briskly because you know you don't have a ton of time with this dust. And as you do, there is some fluttering from your various pieces of clothing. And you hear it. There's not really much to be done about it. You have to make this quick. As you crest the wall, you see one of the guards look up.
I stop.
Did you hear that? No. That sounded like a bird or something. Walks 20 paces towards the direction where you are, under essentially where you are. Let's see. Okay. Stands there for a moment. Fucking wind.
Must
Starts
have been
walking
the
back.
wind.
Starts walking back. How far do you want to wait for him to get before you start moving again? He is not walking fast. He is strolling and he paused. So time is running out on your pixie dust right now.
How wide is the wall?
Yeah, how wide is the
Wide.
wall?
It's a big battlement, like
Okay.
20 feet.
I
But
want.
within the movement speed.
So, I want to slowly shift, kind of like as he's moving this way, I want to slowly shift this way to open that gap more and like sit on the edge of the wall at this point and just wait for that pixie dust to drop. And then put some more on and then slowly descend. Not even sitting on the wall, I'm just gonna like hang on the edge and wait until the coast is clear before I descend fully.
Okay. I will note, when you use the pixie dust the first time, it is invisible in your hand, and then when you there's like a glittering sparkle for a moment, and then as it alights on you, it becomes visible with you. So you know that will happen.
So then I go.
It's not like fucking fireworks or anything, but if someone were looking in that direction, it's very possible they could see it.
Okay, can I? Before it runs out, how much time?
Slowly when it runs out.
Do I fall slowly when it runs out?
Are you still going down to a light on the wall?
If it slowly falls, if I slowly fall, then I just get to the other side and wait until I start slowly falling.
It falls safely to the ground, taking no damage and landing on its feet.
This is interesting.
Or I'll glide along the wall.
Would you have read all of that information and known that?
She pitched this originally to us in the shop.
Did she?
She originally told us about the dust.
Okay.
So it's a question of would
Sam
was tell us
was
that.
Sam there for that?
I don't know. I would think so because
smart.
We were.
Sam
all
was there the whole time. Sam was the most informed of all of us.
That is true. I will say, roll an intelligence check, just for the heck of it. It's pretty low DC.
Dice, I need you to work with me right now. I know you want to roll low. This is not the time to roll low.
They want to roll fantastic.
Not 20? Let's go.
For 24?
Okay. You absolutely know that. So you're going to slowly glide across?
I'm going to glide to the other side of the wall so I get clearance and just kind of like guide myself with the wall as I slowly descend with the pixie dust.
Okay. Roll one more stealth check, still with advantage.
Come on. I know I just rolled a natural 20. Give me something else good.
Carry over
27.
Yes.
Hey.
I was being a little cocky earlier. I need to like get my focus in, you know?
You coast quietly across, watching those two guards, don't see anything from them, and then there's a brief moment where you have like that stomach turn drop thing, like when you're on a roller coaster, it's tightening your spleen contracting as you drop, but the dropping does not become fast. You drop out of the actual fly state and into this slow fall. Glide down and land on your feet. You are on the other side of the wall, on the ground, in the military district.
I will quickly scurry and then recast invisibility when I get 30 minutes in and then keep going.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to say. Over the course of where you need to get to, where are you going to uninvisible is an important question.
If I can't make it all the way there with an hour of invisibility.
You'll be able to the Emporium, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll be able to make it all the way to the Emporium with a fresh invisibility, no problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so you want to find a quiet, a secluded place to recast invisibility.
Yeah, I'll just like duck into an alley, wink.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. All right, and then you're gonna not uninvisible until you get all the way to the Emporium.
Yes.
Okay, then I will have you roll 3 more stealth checks, all with advantage.
Okay. It's fine. First one, natural 20.
Okay.
Again. For a 31.
To get out of the military district.
31.
31.
Second.
31.
That's another shit pair of rolls. That's only a 15 for the second one.
Okay.
Not bad.
15 is barely enough. Last roll.
It's late and tired. That's a natural 18 for a 29.
Okay. All right. Other duo, you're strolling straight to the Emporium?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll have you two make another charisma check between the two of you. It is... You are definitely getting more looks now. It is like midnight or later.
We'll pull out some empty mugs and kind of walk arm in arm.
Okay.
And just not causing any trouble, just happy,
Okay.
quiet.
16.
Also 16. Yeah, also 16.
Okay. Good rolls. All right. You are once again given many eyes. These ones a little bit longer and more lingering because of how late it is, but no one accosts you, no one questions you.
If anyone is looking too hard, then I'll like pull out the flute and just very quietly play a little tune and do a little jig and just kind of like, we're out celebrating.
Okay.
Just to assuage any.
I'll hold her beer while she does it.
Word. Okay. You guys make your way out of the military district into the center of the city, through the streets to the Emporium. Probably pretty much at the same time. Sam, I would say you get there just a little bit earlier. Just given your roguish nature.
Turn it Nas and be like, I feel like we got the easy end of this deal.
Yeah.
I feel like she probably could have done this on her own. I'm just happy to be involved.
Exciting, you know.
I know.
And as they say that, they walk up, and Sam, you see them coming up. Still invisible.
I wait. Just to freak them out a little bit as to why I'm not
Okay.
here yet. And then I'll...
You guys approach, don't see her.
Arms on the shoulders. I'll break invisibility.
Just know immediately.
Yeah.
Just like, huh.
Made it. Easy peasy. No hang-ups whatsoever.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check. Sam, roll a... I mean, if you believe it's true, you can roll a persuasion check. Roll
5.
perception.
What do I know?
Natural 20 either way.
Damn!
I got a 21.
What's your total
23.
on the skill you picked? Okay. Can't quite tell. She seems hard to read.
Well, you're safe.
Just confident in myself. That's all.
I am so confident in you.
Thank you. Knock, 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 knock.
Let's go shopping.
Knock, knock, knock. The door opens.
Let's shopping!
Same thing. I must say, I'm quite surprised.
You really need to give us more difficult challenges.
And that is where we will leave this session. Wow.
Wow, wee wow.
Well done, crew.
It was all me.
Yeah,
Looks.
we were the accessories.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Yeah.
It was a good plan. It was potentially the only sort of plan that could keep you from going out into the sewers, which takes sewer encounters.
I'm glad they warned us about. Yeah,
Sim
no.
for later. Sim for later.
Yeah.
You can copy paste.
Yeah.
There's sewers in a lot of
Alright.
places.
Well done. Lots of credit acquired. Favorite moments.
Just everyone getting their shit wrecked by Eclipse arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Literally everybody.
Undefeated champ.
That
Undefeated
was
champion
wild.
of the corner booth.
I still haven't done it technically, but I mean, we all know how it's gonna play out. Don't even need to do it.
It's not
What is your strength,
True.
Brightwing?
Minus
-2.
Yeah.
not true.
Generally, the amount that you beat someone by and the amount you move them is relative to the disparity in your strength scores for me. So you have to beat Eclipse. If you're Brightwing, you have to beat Eclipse by significant numbers to move for a significant distance, which of course is harder given the fact that your score is not as good. But yeah, that was honestly like. Obviously, Eclipse has the best bonus, although Dane's is. What is yours?
8.
It's same as Dane's. You guys have the same bonus. So to win every single one is actually a feat, because the bonus is not that big of a gap between some people. So yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Man.
But fitting.
I mean, I've lost to Yazneb like multiple times, so that's why I was like, it's not like I can't lose on these.
Didn't he turn into you on one of them though? To like
I
throw
think
you
on
off?
the face, he turned into like.
I turned into her, but she perceived it as Luna.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
because
right.
he didn't like physically mimic my build. He just. Yeah. That's why I was like, it's some fucking nonsense on that one.
Just.
I like heist the whole thing. I want more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just chilling on my bed listening to the shenanigans. It was great.
Yeah.
It was very well done by the high school.
I feel like we did it too good, and there were not
Maybe.
nearly as I was expecting a Benny Hill at some point, and it didn't happen.
I gotta catch up with an old friend. It was great.
That was great. It was the easiest time. Easiest 5 grand we ever made.
It's the whole we were there, but we didn't necessarily need to be there. It's better to be there and not be needed than to not be there and be needed.
True.
So
Yes, true.
Yeah.
I just love that all the checks that Matt made you made were perception checks and survival checks. And I'm just like, it's great. I don't gotta do anything. You guys gotta do it.
My wisdom talks are now.
Yeah. Well rolled.
There's a lot of Sam shit today.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Sendings.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, actually, the little girl sending was my favorite moment.
I think the sendings to Alyssa and Reed were very well worded.
The big brain move that Eclipse brought up too, about it not necessarily being the dad that is obstructing.
That was Leah.
Adds. Was it Leah that said that?
Leah said it.
But it wasn't
Leah brought up that the other voice might not have been the dad.
It probably was.
That he might have been saying that.
That was a killer call, though.
Yeah,
that was a killer call.
I don't think
because they all know. If they, like the rest.
Someone
of the
said it.
Someone said it.
Somebody said it. Whoever said it was a.
We assumed Reed, but it could be anybody.
Yeah.
But anybody, they would have to know about your ability, though.
Yeah.
Do the roar?
I think the play is to be the imaginary friend of the sun. And that way we just get all the information.
Do not haunt my fucking children.
We're not. We're being their friend in their mind. Every once in a while, we're just popping in, being like,
for all I know, they're going through the same shit I am. They don't need any more voices.
Oh,
fair.
That's fair.
Then what's one more?
Evil.
More the merrier.
Incidentally, actually, I didn't ever ask you, Anneka, but would Sam have mind? I would assume so, but maybe she has some reason not to mind link.
I mean, it's pretty bad for a kid to have. I mean, like the noise that comes with it isn't that great.
But I think if you did it having already accompanied them to that voice, I don't know if you would have ever associated that with like a hey, this is an oh shit button, like. If you sense danger, you would get your kids accustomed to the sound of your voice. But I don't know if Sam would have done something like that.
Smart, but I don't think she wanted to subject her kids to any of that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. If you've already got that going on, then I get it. You don't want to subject them to the same problem. But like,
so you think you would not have ever mind linked with them? Is what you're saying? Okay. That's useful to know.
I kept them like right here. They didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, they didn't need it then at that point, especially being that young. There's no reason for them.
Yeah, they're little. 4 and 3.
Yeah, but they know your voice, which is
they do know.
Cool.
But they know that you use magic. Like the rest of the family knows that you use magic, so it's not outside of the realm of possibility. Yeah. And they know you're looking for them.
I mean, we hope so.
Well, I meant like the Rourkes know that she's looking for them.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I liked how those were worded for sure.
Yeah, those are both good.
Those are very good.
Thank you.
I approve. Mom approve.
Do
Also
I
the-
recall
the
children
big-
also is pretty
Do
good.
I recall children?
Oh, yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Matt, do I recall children? We require
No.
children. Might take me a
I
couple
recall
tries.
children.
Also, the not at all in-game favorite moment of the Jess 21s from the darkness.
Yeah. So fucking good.
Oh, those were so good.
Mhm.
Alrighty, that is session 50 in the books. Y'all have some monies to spend, and you're about to get a lot more money too. So
Let's
holy shit, you guys are
go.
rolling in it. And tomorrow, in the morning, very short period of time away, you guys will likely be making your way back to Alea and then figuring out what the hell happens from there. So we will leave it
Tomorrow
there.
in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, true.
Oh,
Tomorrow in 2 weeks.
Sorry.
That's
Adios.
okay, we gotta move.
It's okay.